Not a problem.
All right, awesome. So yeah, welcome to day two. We're gonna talk about both messenger
Right.
and phone sales. And before we dive into it, I want to say, really, the phone is just a tool. Messenger is just a tool. In other words, sales is sales, right? Doesn't matter if I have smoke signals, if I have radio communication, if I have regular mail, like doesn't matter, right? Sometimes people get caught up like, oh, like should I do it over Messenger? Should I send a video? Should I like? It's communication, right? It's
Sure.
just tools. So as long as you understand the communication, you can apply it in either format, in either medium. You know what I mean? So how to ethically start messenger conversations, qualify your dream clients, and land appointments with ease and transparency. Okay. So there's three things, very, very specific three things that every person needs to believe in order to buy. Okay.
Right.
And really, when you boil life to like the most powerful thing, it's really belief. When people have a belief about something, it's almost like in their mind, in their heart, in their body, in their spirit, they're like, this is true. Period.
Sure.
Period. Right? Like, for example, do you wake up sometimes and think, oh, I don't know how I'm going to tie my shoelace?
Not instinct.
No, you just know it, right? Why? Because you believe that you are able to do it and it just becomes like true. Have you ever ridden a bicycle before?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure, right? And you don't doubt every time that you put, oh, am I gonna crash? No, you just know you're good, right? You believe it, right? So that's the same principle with sales. As soon as you know what people believe and you can influence that belief, then it's game over. And there's really only three things that at all times throughout the sales, your mind needs to be on those three. You should be asking yourself, do they believe in you? Do they believe in themselves? And do they believe in the vehicle or the way that we're going to be doing this? Right? So believe
Right.
in you, they must believe that you can help them get the result they want. If they don't trust you, if they think you're a scammer, if they think you're not qualified, if they think they're not an expert, they won't believe in you. And then that one, you need to cross it. And if that one's not there, you're not going to get the sale. Right?
Sure.
Simple as that. Then sometimes they're like, oh man, like Andres can really help me, but I don't believe in myself. I don't think I have what it takes. Sometimes people are insecure. Yesterday I was chatting with a gentleman. We had a strategy call because I was trying to get them into some of the other programs that were opening in January.
Right.
And he believed in me. He believed in the vehicle, but he didn't believe in himself.
So, yeah.
He told me, he said, a specific, like this is his words. He said, I lack motivation. I'm like, why, man? Like, you told me you want to like get this business going. Why do you lack motivation? He's like, honestly, I feel like I'm not good enough. Shoot, it's hard to get someone to get out of that mindset, because if someone doesn't believe they're good enough, like lack of worth, self-worth, that's hard to instill. Like sometimes they don't believe they can achieve their results themselves. They're like, man, I failed a lot. My dad told me that I'm not good for anything. My mom told me that I couldn't make it, and they believe that story.
Mm.
They believe that story, and now they are like crippled, in their own minds. They think, okay, maybe Andres can help me. He's really good. Yeah, Facebook ads works or Facebook groups works, but I don't know if I work. Maybe something's wrong with me, and they won't close. Okay, so same for the restaurant. A restaurant could be like, hey, like I believe in Facebook ads, but a restaurant is just not good enough, right? And if they
Um,
don't believe in themselves, they won't close, right? So believe in you, believe in themselves, and then number three, believe in the vehicle, right? If someone's like doesn't like Facebook ads, it's mad about Facebook ads, then they're not gonna close because they don't believe in the vehicle. They must believe in the way or the process to achieve the result. So really, all sales comes down to these three things. And if you remember the book Expert Secrets, they also talk about doing the perfect webinar and all that
Yeah.
with the three main things: internal, external, and vehicle. Those are these ones. Same thing.
We got with John Belfort's book because I read he was more saying that it's um the customer must love you, your service or product, and also your company.
Yeah.
So those are the three. So I guess
Yeah.
that's like a fourth thing, you know. But that
Yeah.
makes sense.
When I say you, obviously they have to believe in your company. That's part of you,
That
right?
makes sense.
So I'm putting that one there as well, for
Okay.
sure.
Next
So,
time.
we talked about a little bit about objections yesterday. This is like a deeper dive into
Yeah.
this. Like, hey, I can't afford this. I don't have
Hmm.
enough money. And what it really means is they don't have enough belief in you or in themselves to get the result,
Yeah, that is true. That is
right?
yep.
Easy for people, oh, I can't afford this. Well, how is it that people always find a way to afford things? I remember traveling to third world countries where people, didn't have much, they didn't live in any fancy place, but they had an iPhone 6, iPhone 7. I'm like, how? Well, they figure out because it's important to them, right? So it just means that they don't believe enough in you or in themselves, right? Not
Mhm.
enough time, it really means not enough desire, because we all have the same 24 hours in the day. We can all make different arrangement. If something's really important to us, like if you want to go into a date with a pretty girl, what happens?
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
make
make the time. You're gonna cancel
yeah.
whatever you need to cancel. That's right. That's right. And then obviously, if someone says, hey, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need to talk to
Mhm.
X person, it just means they're not in full alignment. It means maybe your values are not their values, or they don't maybe see you in the same light. It just, something's out of alignment. So I say, oh, let me talk to my wife, because I don't care. I don't feel it.
Mhm. So so like in terms of that, what would you say? Because at the last meeting I had with a guy, he's like he don't like to jump into things, he wanna speak with his team or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what would you what would you say? Like
Yeah.
how would you like
How,
respond to that?
how would I handle that? I would say something along the lines of like, be like, yeah, of course, we always encourage to, do things together with your spouse or with your partner, with your team, however it might be. But let me ask you, you know your spouse obviously really well, right? It's like, yeah. And if she knew that that you're making a decision to better themselves, to better your business, to better your life, what would she say? Would she say yes or no? Be like, well, yeah, like she would, well, I don't know. Okay, well, you know, so you're saying that you are in, that you're absolutely secure, but you just need to get like a little checkup from them? Is that what you're saying? Right? So you're trying to isolate the objection of like,
Yeah,
hey, are you saying you're 100% okay and you just need a checkup? Or a lot of the times people say, yeah, I mean, yeah, my wife would say yes. And it's like, hey, and does your wife trust you? Yeah, yeah, she does. It's like, so if you make a decision, would she be proud of you because you're trying to improve your business and your life? Yeah. Okay, so then maybe you don't need to talk to her because you already know what she will say. Oh yeah, I guess so. Great. Done. Right? So it's trying to get them to realize that, you know, that they already know subconsciously or consciously the answer to what they're gonna say, right? And when you put that pressure, it forces them to say whether, yes or no, or the real objection. Sometimes you can also call it out. You can say like, hey, Mr. Prospect, let's be really frank here. Sometimes when people say, hey, I need to talk to my spouse, it just means that maybe they're not sure themselves. Maybe there's something else holding them back. Isn't that the case here?
mhm.
Right? So you just call it out as it is. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, no, honestly. Or sometimes they're like, no, I really I'm sold on this, but I just really need to talk to her. So you're saying you're extremely sold on this, like you're 100% yes. You just need to get the little check off from them. Yes. Oh, okay. Right.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And okay,
Yeah.
and okay, lovely.
Yeah.
right now. The three major objections. People. Okay, and one thing also, sorry.
Yeah.
Um, with the agency, let me speak like with my team or my agency. Would be like
Yeah.
the exact same thing with respect to,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Exactly.
exact
Yeah,
same thing.
exactly the same thing. I'd be like, yeah, for sure. I mean, we always recommend, like, we never disagree with them. Yeah, of course, we want to make sure that you talk to your team. But let me ask you, if your team knew that you are making a decision that's going to benefit them, you believe it's going to benefit them, right? Yes. Okay, so what do you think they will say? They will say yes. Perfect. So what's stopping you from making a decision with me today? Right? All of a sudden we're back.
Yeah.
You see, very easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is. Sometimes just people want to like put it somewhere else, the responsibility, right? Like
Yeah.
throughout like sales, really, it's almost like have you ever played hot potato?
Yeah. If you wanna do the next question, yeah, just get it done. Just get it done.
Yeah, and so what happens is like you have the hot potato here, and you pass it to them. You're like, yeah, so what do you think? You want to do this business? And they have it, and they're like, I need to talk to my spouse. And you're like, no, back to you. What would they say? Oh, well, right. And so they're trying to put the responsibility somewhere else, and your job is to always bring it back. Like always pass them the hot potato back. Be like, no. But like, what would they say? You know them. What would they say? Like you put it back on them. You're like, no, you're the one in charge. You're the one that makes decisions like this. Like you don't talk to your partner every time that you're gonna close a new client because it's gonna increase your business, do you?
Mhm.
You know, things like that, right? So you want to just get them back to their own responsibility. Does that make sense?
That makes great sense. Great sense. I love it.
Perfect. Okay, so
Yes.
different price points of course call for different tactics in Messenger.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're selling something from 0 to 150, very easy to send them one message directly with the link, right? Like once they obviously have raised their hand.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 150 to 600, sometimes you can send them from one message to like a sales page that has some testimonials, etc.
Mm-hmm.
From 600 to 2000, you actually want to dive in a little bit deeper in Messenger, being like, what is your problem and your challenge? Because remember how we talked about on day one and even day two, that the pain is what makes people move into action,
Not
right?
really the problem, but team.
So when you bring that up, it's a lot easier for them to feel like, oh, I want to change this problem. And then you can send them to a sales page, a video, a training, a webinar, right? But in
Um,
our case, yeah, go on.
what do you think about? Because I was thinking about this because I also have a LinkedIn as well, so I post some stuff on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah,
What do you think about case study files?
yeah, those are great. That's what I was saying. If you could get a case study from Jennifer, you can put together a little, 20-minute video that just shows them what you did, right, with
Mm-hmm.
her. And then at the end of the 20-minute video, you say, apply for a call, book a call. You want to know how we can implement this in your business? Book a call.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going from like video to a call.
Yeah, and then I saw is it Acuity scheduling or something like that, and then you
Acuity. I love Acuity. That's what I use.
okay, and then you ask them certain
Yeah.
questions.
Here, I'll show you what I have if you want, just quickly.
Business.
Right. So when someone, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen here. Okay.
Yeah. So when
Got it.
someone says, yeah, please do so and so, I send them to this page,
Nice.
which is Acuity, right? So they can grab a time, and I ask them this
Right.
question.
These are the questions. Yes, you
Yeah.
qualify them.
Yeah, you can literally copy them, no problem. There are not many, but they allow you to see where they're at, and I do ask them if they got the money.
Sure.
You know, so that way I'm prepared. You know, like the guy from yesterday, he was honest. He said absolutely not, he didn't have the money, but I said no problem, I still want to serve him. You know, I still want to help him and chat with him, connect with him, because you never know, maybe in the future he'll be a client too.
True that.
Right.
It's true.
But yeah, like these are nice questions. And then yeah, and then as soon as you complete the appointment, sends the, you know, some emails, some reminders, and that's it. Very easy.
Which one would you like say like okay, no, like what's your deciding factor of no, I guess, or what are the
Say that
questions?
again.
Which of the questions below would you
Yeah.
be like open on a call with him or her? Like which ones
Mm,
are your like decision making ones
this one,
basically?
this one probably.
Mm. Most specific, being percent honest. What do you think the stuff is? What you're talking about is? Yeah.
Because usually there's two kinds of people, right? There's the people that take responsibility, like we were saying, they own the hot potato, right? Like they're like, yeah, like I haven't been diligent with my business, I haven't invested in ads before, I don't know how to do it, I don't know marketing, da da da. Or there's the second kind of person that says, oh, because my staff has been really shitty, oh, because, you know, I hired a company and it didn't work out for me, oh, because my spouse is not supporting me in the business, oh, because of my, you see what I'm saying, people that want
Yeah.
to put it somewhere else outside of themselves. So that for me is a red flag, because if someone cannot take full responsibility, they're going to be blaming things, right? And tomorrow if I work with them, what are they going to say? It was Andres' fault that I didn't succeed, it wasn't my fault. And they want to get your money back, and they want to, right? So that's a red flag for me. This question is the one that I can see, are they taking responsibility? Like, are they saying what's stopping me is me, or are they saying what's stopping me is I don't have the right software, or I don't have the right spouse, or the right whatever, right? Like my internet's slow, or whatever. The economy, right? Like if someone says the
Yeah.
economy here, I'll be like, "Ugh, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't take his call. Maybe I would chat with him and be like, hey, I saw your application. I saw you said, you know, the economy is crap. You know, let's talk about that, right? Like, what do you mean by that? And trying to get more information, because if it's, you know, something that they really believe that's the problem, well, I can't fix the economy.
No, you can't. No.
So if he believes that's the problem, he's never gonna close anyway, because he thinks that the economy is the problem, not him, not his business. You know.
Mm,
Does that answer
lovely.
your question?
That's good. Looks good. So 2,000 to 10K.
Yeah,
Okay, well that makes sense. You have to open a call to be honest, because that's a high ticket.
exactly. Yeah, you can sell like a course, like up to like $2,000 on like a nice webinar, a nice video, right? But after 2,000 and more, yeah, you want to be able to have a really good sales conversation. And same with 10,000 plus. Sometimes the call might even go a little bit longer.
Definitely. Two
Okay.
hours.
Yeah, I've had like 2 hour calls, like even like 2 hours and a half and stuff. Sometimes people just like the situation is very complex. They have a lot going on, and so there's like a lot of pieces, and you have to like go back and forth, you know.
So
Okay, so yeah, obviously we're gonna now dive into each one.
yeah, sure.
You know,
Yeah, stop there. Okay, cool.
0 to 600. You know, it's really just hitting these main points right here: name, benefit, satisfaction guaranteed, refund policy, time scarcity, payment link. So Eli, I saw you said I'm in, right? Like remember the pitch post?
Yeah, with the yes, you mean the first post you spoke about with Amen, or like you love the post and then you comment yes
Yeah,
or with your hands up or something.
exactly. Exactly. Hey Eli, I saw you said yes. I saw you said I'm in. Let's get you some high-end clients with this masterclass. It's the best client attraction training out there in the market. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. But if for any reason you feel it's not for you, ask for a refund and you'll get it. There are limited amount of spots left, so invest in your ticket before they're gone by clicking here.
Hmm.
That's it, right? So
Then
name,
that
benefit, satisfaction, refund.
time scarcity the payment link. So like in my case, it would be to schedule a call. Would it be?
In your case, we're gonna talk about that after, because this is only from 0 to 600.
Okay, true.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is if like actually you're gonna see me do it soon. Next week I'm gonna be promoting the replay of the past workshop that I had, because there's people that wanted to go in this workshop, the one you're in right now,
Uh-huh.
that weren't a good fit, that I just said like no, that they
Uh-huh.
couldn't afford it, or that they just miss out, like their schedule didn't work out or something, but maybe they want to see the replay. So I'm gonna be selling the replays for $297, right? So I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing, this post right here,
In first post,
right? I'm gonna be doing this pitch post, and then when they comment I'm in, I'm gonna be sending them here with this message. That's what I'm gonna be doing. And hopefully some people buy this next coming week.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's nice because it's like you already have it, you know what I mean? Like it's already the replay, it's it's done. It's just like it's just a file. It doesn't take much of my time, and maybe I get another extra couple $1,000 from people that buy it. So
Sure. That'll be fun.
that'd be great. Okay, now let's talk about the meat here. Okay, so 5 steps. 5 steps from messenger to a close or to a call. Okay, so number one, I always like to ask permission to PM them. Okay, so when they say I'm in, or they say yes, or they say cool, whatever, a lot of people, what they do is they just go straight to their inbox and they message them. But that looks desperate.
Sure.
Like you always want to it's so funny. It's like, it's almost like it's backwards. And that's why sometimes sales is hard, is backwards, right? It's like when someone's like, hey, I want more info. Hey, can you, everyone goes, yeah, of course, yeah, here it is, like fast, like they want to close the sale. But you, because you've been in this workshop and I'm giving you the secret, you want to do the opposite. You want to lean back. You want to relax. No rush. Don't rush the sale. As a matter of fact, it's going to be even weird for them that he's like, why is he not trying to close me so fast? You're going to be like, oh, sure, but let's have a chat first. Hey, no, yeah, maybe, but let's see if it's a good fit first, right? So you don't seem desperate, so people are going to be like, wow, this guy, I think he is doing really well, because he's like really like doesn't care about my sale, like he's not chasing the money, he's trying just to get to know me. And then that builds more trust, and people actually now want to pay you more.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why ask for the permission. Be like, hey, is it okay if I hit you in the DM? Could you maybe accept my friend request? And then after they say, yeah, of course, then you message them. People are going to be like, wow, this is nice that he asked me for my permission to PM them. Like no one does that. Everyone just goes straight into my DM. I had a message from a guy that doesn't know me, is not my friend, just messaged me. Hey, how are you? I have design services. I do this, this, and that. This is my information. This is my website. Contact me if you want. I'm like, never going to work with that guy.
Yeah.
I don't,
Wow.
it doesn't seem like it's a good fit. Like I don't trust it. But if someone's like, hey, do I have your permission to DM you? Wow. Person's like asking for my permission. It's nice. No one asked for my permission. That's good. So it builds trust. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's ninja strategy. I learned this from one of my mentors, Andrew.
No, it's lovely. But
Yeah.
this is where I have the my first question.
Yeah.
Um, what if it isn't like, so this one is only for
For the
strictly like
content. Right.
as in like, so what if I don't have like the post, like
Yeah. Great question. And
what if,
actually, if you wanna, I can answer that right now. Let me pull this up quickly here.
what if it's just like regular outreach kind
Yeah,
of?
exactly. If it's a cold outreach, yeah, we're gonna talk about cold outreach too. Okay. If it's a cold outreach, I like to send them this message.
Mm. Send them to the group.
Right. So you say, hey John, how are you? Or hey John, thanks for connecting. Yeah, I think that's better. So thanks for connecting. I saw that you're an entrepreneur. I saw you're a restaurant owner. and you're doing great things. That's awesome. I run a community which helps restaurant owners scale to 5 to 100 new customers, right? Like every month. And it's a place where the other restaurant owners can talk about ways to increase their business or their, restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It would be an honor to have someone of your caliber in the tribe, right? It's like it's very nice said, it's like you're putting them in a good place, like high standing,
Yeah, sure, for sure.
If the community sounds like something you like to be a part of, you can join here. Thanks again for connecting. Let me know if you got any questions. Okay, so that's one outreach. Another outreach you can do that is just even more straight up, but also sometimes works too. Like a cold email or a cold message. You can say like,
Yeah,
hey, Chinese food, pro. You know, I I love what you guys are doing, and your food looks delicious. I'd like to talk about how I can refer to you 50 to 100 new customers. Is that something your restaurant can handle?
short and sweet and Chinese food. You gotta do. Okay.
Right? So people, when someone sees this, their eyes go money,
Yeah.
right? They say like, oh, you want to refer to me 50 to 100 new customers? Oh, right? Now they're interested. That's your hook, right? And when you say, is that something your restaurant can handle, you're poking on their ego a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And someone's like, yeah, of course we can handle it. Yes, send them my way. Great. When can we have a little 15-minute chat so we can talk about, by the way, my name's Sandel and I help restaurant owners like you grow your business.
So in this, I don't need to send them to the group, or should I incorporate that as well? Or if,
Either way, I think you should split test. I think it really depends like on the context, right? Like like for example, if I'm cold calling a restaurant, right? Because like, here's the thing. Sometimes there's opportunity in places where they might not be in a Facebook, and maybe they don't use Facebook. So obviously if sending them to the group is not going to do much. Maybe they don't even have Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you're cold calling them. So I'll be like, ring, ring, be like, hello. Be like, oh, hey, my name is Andel. Can I talk to the restaurant owner? Yeah, this is him. Oh, great. Hey, I love what you guys are doing. Your food looks delicious. Oh, thank you. Hey, listen, the reason I'm calling is because I want to discuss how I can refer to you 50 to 100 new customers. Is that something you guys can handle? Is that something you like to discuss? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I know I just called out of the blue and you probably don't know me. So why don't we just schedule a 15-minute call at your convenience and we can chat about it a little bit more. Okay, great. That's it, right? Like it doesn't sound pitchy, doesn't sound pushy. It sounds like it's about them, right? And then that's it. And that's your in if you're doing it cold.
yeah. Wow. Because like for restaurant owners, well, to me, I think restaurants, well, for cold calling, because most likely the owner is either a chef of the restaurant itself, one, or like they're at the restaurant,
Yeah,
like they're
of
at the
course.
restaurant. So I
Of
try
course.
focusing on them. Sometimes I get through them, but I respect to saying refer, you
Refer.
know, the
Yeah.
100 customers.
Yeah.
It sounds lovely. You're not trying to really sell them anything. You're not being
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Because
like
most
that.
people, you know what they do? Ring, ring. Hi there. My name is Andres Martinez and I run a marketing agency company. I'd like to discuss how we can increase your marketing and
Uh,
over. Oh, sorry. We're busy right now. Call later. Bye.
Oops.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I didn't get that all the
You
time.
need to talk like a human being. Oh, hey, oh man, like your food is delicious. Like, hey, listen, I know you don't know me. My name is Andel. Hey, look, I just want to call because we like to help restaurant owners like yourself. Can you? I want to refer to you 52 200 new customers. That's something that you guys can handle. You have the space and the ability to do that. Oh yeah, no, we definitely have the space. We can definitely handle 100 new customers. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, listen, I want to be respectful of your time. When it would be a good time to chat? Great. Let's schedule it. Da, 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 da. Great. I'll call you then. And in the meantime, I'll send you a little email with a bit more information. I'll give you some like, a free training or I'll invite you to one of my groups or whatever, right? So you're calling to give value. You're not calling to sell in their eyes. Right?
Wow, that's really lovely. What if because uh people, well, okay, which is why I want to go internationally, but here, like, sometimes the owners like to neglect social media and they're not tech savvy. So like for us to like schedule a call on, let's say, Zoom or whatever the case may be, it's like it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. And so you know what you should do then? You should just try to like make it more about what they use. Obviously if they don't use Zoom, right, it's gonna be hard for them to even get on the computer and everything. Just say, hey, just schedule it like old school, pen and paper, and just call them to their number, and that's it, right? Like, again, like the medium matters less, right? As I said before, like it's communication. Doesn't matter if you use Zoom, if you use uh, cell phone, if you use landline, if you use Skype, like doesn't matter, right? Like the point is let's communicate. And of course it's easier when you communicate in the way that they're used to, you know if they
Uh,
never use Zoom, and that's why I said if you're finding people on Facebook, on Instagram, then probably those are more tech savvy. They already have a
yeah.
Facebook account, a Facebook page. Great. But if someone doesn't even have a Facebook page, doesn't even have a Facebook profile, or they don't even go on Facebook, they probably more old school. It might be like an older gentleman, or an older lady. That's that's
Very
okay.
right.
Then you do it old school. You say, hey, when can we have a chat? Let's schedule it. I'll call you back at this number, or if you're emailing them, like a cold email.
Hmm.
I always like to if it's an email, I like to say it like this, like
Question.
yeah, that that's your subject.
Hmm. I sometimes write that, or I type RE as in like red, so they think that it's opened. RE
Exactly,
colon.
exactly. It'd be like that, right?
Yeah.
Something
But
like along those
I'll
lines.
try more the question.
Yeah, like obviously you can play, but yeah, you want to just make it seem super personal, and then you could probably, like, if this was an email, I'll probably just go straight into it. Be like be like you know hi, hi there. I'll probably just be like, yeah, some of your handwriting can handle.
Oh, that's like
Easy, easy, right? Like no links, no like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, my marketing company. No, you just want to know, are they even interested in this? Like, this is your hook, right?
wow.
So easy, like this is a nice email someone can open fast and be like, yes, cool, like, Wednesday sounds good, great, I'll call you, what's your number, or I'll send you a Zoom link or whatever it might be, right? Like,
Wow.
usually people overcomplicate, you know what I'm saying? And even Ty Lopez, the way he teaches it with proposals, the way he teaches with, like a free audit, that's all bullshit. That's all waste of time, in my opinion. I did the audits, it took me so much time, and by the time I did the proposals, and no, 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 easy.
I did a lot of audits, but nah,
Yeah,
nothing I did in that
yeah,
aspect of it.
for sure. And the thing is, like, Ty Lopez was just doing that because that's just how he believed to do it, because he doesn't even do that himself. So
Yeah.
You know, he just teaching something that, you know, maybe someone else told him that's how they do it, and he put it. But believe me, proposals and audits, and like I see people like, oh, like sending, like mailing proposals, printing them, and I'm just like, oh my god, like so much time. Like, good for them, they're taking action. At least they're probably gonna land a client. That's better than sitting in your ass watching Netflix. But it's a waste of time, in my opinion. Yeah, I can send a bunch of these emails and a bunch of these messages, like 50 of them I can send in the time I make 3 proposals.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's time, you know?
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna do that like immediately after this call. I'm gonna send out a
Yeah,
bunch.
yeah. And yeah, like I think obviously, yeah, like you can just try whatever works best for you. But yeah, in between cold calling using this script or cold outreach with this, like I believe that one in, let me remember my stats. I think like if I sent, let's say, 20 messages, I would get maybe like 5 people to answer back, and then I would get maybe
One meeting, one or two,
two
one.
two or three appointments. So 2 or 3 appointments every 20 cold calls or messages, right? So it means that if every day I'm sending 20 messages or 20 cold calls to restaurants or to business owners, every day I'm landing 2 to 3 appointments. So you can imagine, if you're landing 2 to 3 appointments every day, that's like 15 appointments a week. You're probably closing 2 clients a week. So it works. You know what I mean? Like, definitely works. I just personally like doing it this way better, because I think people that are on Facebook are easier to convince because they're already on Facebook. They already understand the value of Facebook, instead of someone that's like, oh, I don't even have a Facebook. We just use, like, you know, newspaper ads, and now you have to explain, oh, social media. Like it's a longer process to convince someone if they never done it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of friction.
Yeah, I think like we discussed yesterday, the person that I believe is the most likely to sign up with you, it's someone that has already even tried Facebook ads, like you were saying, that didn't work out for them, and that they're giving it another shot. Because that way they already have the account set up, they already have a business page, they already understand that that it's valuable to advertise. Like it's a lot of things that you don't have to convince them or educate them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You want it to be fast in one phone call. You don't need to convince people. Like, imagine if I was convincing people like, oh, like Facebook groups is nice. Like, look what Facebook groups can do. It's like an education, like an hour to even, before I even start talking about sales, you know? Just my
Yeah.
opinion. I think it's easier that way.
Yeah, I agree to be honest. It's easier that way to be honest.
Yeah, but try it. Try it. Like split
Yeah.
test, right? Like do
That's
do
it.
like do like X amount of numbers, you know, or cold emails, and then see what your results are. X amount of cold calls, see what your results at. And whatever you get best results, then you stick with that. You know, it really doesn't matter the way, it just matters that you do it and that you get results.
Makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah, bro.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, ask for permission to PM them, initiate conversation, extract problems and challenges, transition to sales/enrollment call, double confirm the appointment. Note, big note here, your objective is to move prospects to a sales call, not the time to solve their problem. Sometimes people want to ask you like, hey, what should I do with this? Oh, what do you, and if you try and explain and like trying to help there, things are hard. Usually doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
once again, hey,
ask permission. Lovely.
ask permission. Hey, interested in this? Great. Do I got your permission to PM you? Boom. Or if maybe you just did a little live or a education post and someone says, oh, this is awesome, you can do the same thing. You can say, hey, do I have permission to PM you personally? I have a quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You just say that,
Lovely.
I have a quick question for you. They don't even know what the question is, but now they're curious.
Sure.
right?
Question. Is in the next slide. Okay, good.
Right.
Is okay. So yeah, initiate the conversation. Okay,
Initiate the
lovely.
conversation, right? So of course, the first message you want to relate it with the post that they interacted with, so people don't forget, right?
Mhm.
Hey, thanks so much for joining the tribe and wanting to be part of the mission. This is the mission post. Like, hey, who's with me? You know, the purple one
Yeah.
that I show you. This is this one.
Like comment
Yeah,
yes, something like that.
yeah.
Is this yeah.
And this is the question. This is the always the first question you want to ask people. Where is your business or your restaurant currently at? And where are you planning on going this year? I want to make sure that our goals align and that I can help you.
Okay. Oh, and that in-depth thing. Okay, that's good. I mean, she's committed. Like she wants to, she wants to go forward. Kind of
Yeah.
like
And, exactly. And again, as soon as they comment, I'm not saying, oh, cool. Do you want to go into a phone call? Because then that's too desperate. That's too fast. It's like trying to marry a girl in the first date, you know?
yeah.
Relax. Get to know each other a little bit, step by step, right? But this question is usually nice because is it helps you start the conversation and it's not too aggressive, you know, it's not too pushy. It's nice. It's like, hey, where are you at? Where do you want to go? Like discussing about your goals, right?
Lovely. As you say, it's slide. I think.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not sense. Right. It's not.
right. So then after they
Okay.
tell you whatever they tell you, the next one is, hey, what's one challenge I can help you with right now? Or hey,
Yeah.
what's your biggest challenge
Mm.
you're experiencing right now?
Okay, lovely. So here's where I have an question in this aspect. So you say don't fix the problem, right? Okay, cool. So once you ask them, what's one challenge I can help you with right now? And they reply, oh well, I need more customers on a Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever
Right.
the case may be.
Yeah.
You won't answer that directly in a way. You would just indirectly as how would how would you answer that? You would acknowledge it as you said, and then
Yeah. After they said, yeah, you know, one thing you could help me would be, yeah, I need more customers or whatever. I'd be like, great. And then just I ask my next question. You know,
mm,
I'm not there to, yeah, to solve it. I just transition them to a phone call, and you'll see how in just a second. You know, so you want to ask for the challenge question, and you
mm-hmm.
want to ask for the driving motivation. That always is nice, so that you can, you know, sometimes people share, oh, because, you know, I want to move to a new place, or oh, because I want to send my kids to a better school, oh, because I'm trying to, you know, whatever, right?
Mm,
So you want to ask two questions in this section. What's your biggest challenge, number one? And then what's your driving motivation behind all this?
mm,
Okay.
good,
And yeah,
good.
yeah, it might be, you know, I just went through a divorce. I'm trying to rebuild my marriage right now, or, you know, I'm trying to improve my health or whatever.
Okay.
And as you'll see, like all of our questions or responses are short. Like after they say like a big paragraph like this, right?
Mm,
Like I don't go and I say, oh, that's awesome, oh, you got to tell it. Like I don't just start chatting with them because it's not the time. And this is where people go wrong. They're trying to be sympathize. I'm trying to be too buddy. I
mm,
just do this. Look,
that's great, man. Thanks, sharing this.
that's it. Next
Mm,
question. You see what I'm saying? It's like, here's another one.
thanks, sharing. Cheers. Yeah. Wow, that's that's good. Transitioning. It's
You know
really
what I mean?
smooth.
It's like you acknowledge, you know, you obviously don't want to be just cold, like, oh,
Yeah.
just next question. No, hey, gotcha. Okay, I hear you, man. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Yes, I understand. Okay, perfect, great. And then next question: what's your biggest challenge you're experiencing right now? The biggest challenge would be to finding enough time to work on my business. I know this is
Right.
a result of blah, 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 blah. Gotcha. Thanks for sharing, brother. I'm curious, what's your driving motivation for growing your business this way? My family. I want to be able to give them a nice life where money is not an issue. Great. So in couple conversations, they go from, hey, can I PM you? Yes. Hey, where is your business currently at? Where do you want planning on going? Great, man. Thanks for sharing. What's your biggest challenge? Gotcha. What's your motivation? Boom. Now it's perfect. Perfect transition. Now I'm ready for this, which is the last message.
She's in Roman call. Lovely. Is my nation's once again. Yeah, for that. Secret. Again, you ask for permission again, basically in the last that, but are you open for that?
Are you open for that? And notice that I'm being straight and honest here. I'm saying I will offer you a program on the call. Like, so that people don't confuse, oh, you just want to chat, you just want to connect, you just want to like explore. Like, no, I'm saying like, to be honest and direct, if it sounds like it's a good fit and I know I can help you scale your business, I will offer you a program on the call so that they know that they're going into a sales call. They're not going into a connection and let's chat about life call. They're going into a sales call. There's no, it's transparent. People like being just transparency, like no one likes to be like, oh, like saying like it was one thing and then like they like bait and switch.
Sure. One thing though, Andres. Okay, I don't want to go off topic here. Well, it actually
Yeah.
isn't.
Yeah.
Um, question on some advice here, basically. So, with the content that I've been posting on my profile, right? I've been getting traction locally from friends and like whoever, like adults who has small businesses now, like with a car rental or like there's a food item called like roti. I don't know if you've ever heard about roti, roti, roti,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Of course.
food and all kind of stuff, right? And they just message me and they ask me, hey, what do you think I should do to sell this so to market my stuff? And I'm all those are my ideal audience. Like I want to see if I can uh, at least have some income, I guess, from that aspect. I don't know
Right.
if it's to monetize that because I had a guy. He walked up to me the other day. He said he saw me on Facebook. I'm a long time friend. He said he just opened up a shop down the road or whatever. He's looking into the Facebook ads or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's asking for some advice basically.
Yeah.
Um,
If I mean,
but
obviously, first question is like, what do you want to do?
um,
Like, do you want to take them as a client? Do you want to explore it? Do you want to say no? Like, what do you want to do?
I I don't want to take them on as a client because it's like it's not enough. It's not. They don't have. They don't have money. They don't have. It's like small businesses. But like I'm trying to think of it as more in the consulting side of things. If that make if that makes
Yeah. Yeah,
sense.
you could do a little like consulting for like a couple $100 for like a one session, 60-minute session,
Mm.
right? Like if you want to put an extra money in your pocket and someone just needs
Yeah,
some advice, then when someone asks you for, oh, hey, and like I saw you posted this, like I'm opening a car rental, blah blah blah. I would start here.
mm.
I would just be like, okay, gotcha. So yeah, tell me more about it. Where is your business at? Where are you planning on going this year? I want to make sure that our goals align, that I can help you.
Mm.
And then to the challenge, then to the motivation, and then to the call.
No. Yeah, because I really that day I decided will help me a lot with some extra income on your side, you know.
Yeah, of course. Like if you're getting people, from other niches or whatever, that they just want to pick your brain or they just want to ask you some questions or whatever, then of course you can be like, great, let's but you have to send this message. That way they
Yeah.
know that it's a sales call and they don't think that you're gonna give them free advice on the call.
Mm. I'm also saying like how much do I charge? Because like it's like small businesses, like it's not like a big like
Yeah.
it's like it's like a regular guy who has a business that just wants to have it all on social media. So
Yeah, I would say charge them like $200 an hour.
mhm, giving them advice on like okay, lovely.
Yeah, exactly. You can say, you know what, I usually have a whole program, but for you, maybe I can help you do a strategy, like a 90-day strategy, and we can do that in one phone call,
Hmm, I like that. To be
right?
honest. Yeah.
So you can get them into a call, and obviously we're gonna talk about the sales call in a little bit, and we're gonna role play. We're gonna role play together. I'm gonna role play you being the client first, and then I want you to, then
So,
you're gonna be the
yeah, sure. Not a problem. That'll be
yeah,
fun.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, just see there.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so yeah, after that, then you send them your calendar. After they say, yeah, please, sure. Yeah, great.
This schedule.
I like to double confirm the appointment even after they make it. I always say, hey, is there any reason why you wouldn't be able to make it tomorrow? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, is there, because sometimes people schedule and they don't show up. So this helps you increase the show up rate by 25%.
Wow, that makes
Okay.
sense. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
was. So let me just sit in this fun. I got some mosquitoes around, so you know, have the fun on me a little bit. Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm back.
Yeah.
Double couple appointment. Okay, lovely. Next step.
Mhm.
Do practice with
Yeah.
receives.
So, obviously, this is the process when it goes perfect. But a lot of the times things won't go perfect. And there's gonna be 5 different things that happen in that process that don't go right. Number one is silence. They just stop responding. What do you do? Right? Number two, they're responding, but they're being very brief and undescriptive, like couple words. Like it doesn't seem like they are interested. What do you do? Or three, they have improper expectations, like, oh great, you're gonna give me free advice, you're gonna like uh, what do you say?
Mm.
Or four, they give you objections, they give you questions, oh but like I was better. What do you do? Right? Or they give you too much. What do you do? Right? So we're gonna go over the only 5 messages that you'll ever receive. Okay. So if they do silence, you literally just message them maybe a day or two after, and you say, hey, just wanted to pop this to the top of your inbox.
Mm. Send a funny gift.
Send a
Okay.
funny gift. You can ask
Mhm.
them a question about something current in their life or interact in their personal profile. But do not get desperate. Send a
Yeah.
long-winded voice message. I've done this. Like I'm like getting scared. I'm like, oh, maybe I scare them and I make them like a voice note or something. No, that doesn't work. Or a long message. Don't do that.
Nah, and neither long message neither. Nah, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. The GIF or this are my favorite. The first two.
Yeah, I did gift.
So like this, I'd be like, hey, little funny GIFs. Be like, hey, like you forgot, right? And then they answer. See, like just because of the GIF, they remember they saw my last question and now they answer with where they're at right now and where they want to go and all that. He said, I apologize for the late reply.
They send back a gift.
Send a GIF, right? Send a little, hey, just wanted to pop this on top of your inbox. Or you might get brief and undescriptive answers, right? So I always say, like, ask at least 3 questions before moving them to the call. Okay, when the prospect is being short and non-descriptive, don't move them towards a call. Instead, direct them to a free training or a guide and ask them if they're open to you following up. You might say, hey, I appreciate your openness, Michael. Based on what you've said, I think this free training on blank thing will help you with blank challenge.
No problem. Okay.
Are you open to me following up next week to see how everything is going?
Wow.
Right? Because sometimes people are not ready, right? Or like you can almost just sense that they're like, this, or like they're just giving you like very short, like if they're not interested, you know?
Wow, I love this. Last question. Are you open to be following up next week? I usually just follow up, but I like this, like, because, you're seeing the anticipating these things. That's good.
Yeah, because you want to be ready for all the scenarios, right? You don't want to be caught like, oh, like, I don't know what to do in this scenario. No, it's like we're going through each scenario so that no matter what person you talk to, you always know what to do over Messenger. But your goal is to always try to move them to a call, but also don't push. Don't push to a call if they're not ready either, right? So that's why you do this. So.
Lovely.
Or you getting proper expectations. Oftentimes these people aren't the right fit for your program or service. They might not have the money, they might not want it, whatever. Nonetheless, since they reach out to you, you know they have a problem that needs fixing. So your objective here is to change their expectation. Okay, you want to qualify them. And then once you qualify them, then you can lead them to a call or close. So someone might say, for example, I had a guy that reached out to me after a post. He said, hey, how much are your programs? What do you say? Do I say, oh yeah, my program is $10,000? No, they're never gonna buy anyway like that.
Yeah.
So what I say, I just say, hey, Michael, great question. There are different options I have based on what's going on and what your goals are. Can you start by letting me know what made you want to reach out to me in the first place? Right? So it's hot potato, back to you.
Yep,
back to you, always back to you, right? Because you don't want to be caught in their game, right? Sometimes the prospect wants to say, okay, so and tell me, how much experience do you have? How long have you been like they want to be the one asking you questions. Don't let them.
And I'm sorry, but the last meeting I had,
I know.
that guy was I was in there, and then and the first question I asked them is like, I think it's Grant Clear, and I got this from, I let them know, I say, hey, X1Z, here's how these meetings usually goes. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions about diagnosing your business and see if we are a good fit. And if we are, then we can move forward.
Exactly.
Okay, enough? And you think that, yeah, so fair enough. And then I asked him, so X1Z, what was your motivation for inviting me here this morning? And then he was like, well, you invite yourself here. He's like, you sure? And then I laughed. Like, yeah, I understand, but it takes. At the end of the day, you had to invite me in here.
Right. Exactly.
And then he answered it. And then I asked him, so what makes your restaurant unique in the market? And then he says, what do you think?
Wow. Yeah.
What do you think? He said, you've done your research, so what do you think, makes my restaurant unique in the marketplace? And then I said, yeah, well, and I said, well, you know your restaurant more than me and more than anyone. So,
yeah. It's like you're fighting, right? Like back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. When people are like that, there's 2 options, right? You can obviously do what you did, like you keep trying back to put it on them. But when it's too much and it's just like a power struggle, the best thing is just to just call it out. Call it out. Just be like, hey, Bob, like, it doesn't sound like you're very open right now to like, chatting about your business. Like, should we get off the phone?
Okay, but I went into the meeting into his office, and I was like, should I leave right now? Because I was really getting upset, to be honest. I
Yeah,
was
no,
really.
exactly. Like you need to always stand your ground, right? Like don't let people like take advantage. And yeah, sometimes people want to be like the ones like, well, let me ask you the question that and be like, okay, yeah, great. I love to answer that and we can talk about that at the end. But I wanna get to know your business first to even make sure I can help you. If you're not open to me asking you these questions and you answering to me very honest and transparent, then I don't know if I can help you because I don't work with people that way, right? Like you put the mark and you're ready to let go of it completely. Now the ball is in their court again.
Hmm.
Right? Instead of trying to be like, oh no, but I want to ask you that, like don't
Yeah.
fight it. Just say it how it is. Be like, hey, Mr. Prospect, you know, generally people are open to me and they tell me what their business needs and they answer the questions. Doesn't look like you're all open right now or that you want to discuss this with me. You know, should we get off the phone? You know, should we find a better time then? Because you know,
Hmm.
I don't really do work with people that are not willing to be open to the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, man. I love it. That one.
Yeah,
After that meeting, like, nope, I'm not doing this again. Like, I'm not doing this again, to be honest.
totally, totally.
Back and forth.
Back and
Anyway,
forth. Nah, it's bullshit.
price shoppers. Okay, great
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. So anytime someone's like, "Hey, Andel, I saw your post. Like, how much do you charge?" Don't
Yeah.
fall into it. Don't fall into it. Redirect. Hey, great question. And you always say this. There are different options I have based on what's going on and what your goals are. Can you start by letting me know X, Y, Z?
Hmm. Why you
Okay.
want to meet me in the first place? I love it.
Yeah. Right.
I'll be
Back to them. Back to them.
hot potato.
Not potato. Objections and questions. Okay. If obviously they have any objections, any questions, you know, then great. Like just answer it and then ask the next question, like the problem or the challenge question.
Question.
You know, if they are super descriptive, they're being honest, open, and detailed about their problem, that's great. But if they give you a big paragraph trying to tell you everything that's going on in their life, just hit them with this message, the phone
Mm.
call one. Hey, look, it might make more sense to hop on a 30-minute strategy call. Be honest and direct. If it sounds like we're a good fit and I know I can help you scale your business, I'll offer you a program on the call. Only if it makes sense. Are you open for that?
I love this.
Easy.
I love this.
Easy and simple. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we want to overcomplicate things. Easy and simple. You know, like you're a businessman. You don't have time to be chatting with a lot of people. Like you want to get the people that are serious because that's the other thing too. There's people out there that are ready to enroll with you today. So you don't want to waste time on the people that are not ready. You want to only work with the people that are ready, right? Like that's why you're here. So always be on the lookout for the ones that are like decisive, ready to move forward. They're focused. You know, there's a lot of people that just want to take your time. Oh, Andela, really good. I have some friends I want to introduce you. Maybe we can have a chat and a coffee and chat about it. Great, maybe we can do that. But first, let me know what's your challenge. Where like you always take back the lead. You know, always take back control of the conversation by asking the questions.
Wow. Scriptures here. Because I had a guy that did. I ran some ads. I remember I tried kind of thing. I went outdoors, a nice little view, and I recorded myself. It was like a basically I'm a case study funnel in Facebook ads. I targeted everyone who works like in food and on restaurants,
Yeah.
like managers and stuff, and they would end up on my website. I was using ClickFunnels, but
Mm-hmm.
for the 14-day free trial. So like, okay, let me
Mm-hmm.
try to get some leads within 14 days,
Mm-hmm.
and and I would use Zapier or whatever. So I would get the name, the phone number, and email, whatever the case may be,
Right.
and I would call them up, we schedule a call, and there was this one guy was like, yeah, well, I just saw the ad, I thought it was good. I just wanted to see, how stuff going, and I like that, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Wasting my time.
exactly. You know, and sometimes you don't know, right? And that's why like this script is good because it allows you to always start with this first question and see if they even answer it, you
Mhm.
know, then go into the problems and see if they even answer it, right? And then
Mhm.
afterwards, then if you're satisfied, if you're like, yeah, there, it seems like I can help them, then you hit them with this message. If not, you can always just say, hey, listen, at this time doesn't look like I can help your business, but hey, feel free to join my group. That's it.
Mhm. This is back. Lovely. Next. Powerful
Right?
descriptive. Right.
So
I
yeah,
will. Mhm.
yeah, descriptive answers, right? Like, so yeah, hit them back with this,
Okay.
right? It might make more sense to hop on a 30-minute strategy call. Yeah, yeah. And then, great, absolutely. Boom. Perfect, right?
Mm. Lovely.
That's it. All right. To the sales call. And actually, I have an updated script here that it's a little bit shorter. I'll leave both of them because I think that, um, you know, for some people, the first one might work better.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I give it both, I guess. I read it. I like it.
yeah,
That's the and a follows in Roman code identify between plants maintain helps them step up the highest scoring.
perfect. So, I like this one better just because it's a little bit shorter, but the first one has more questions in case you need them, right? So I would almost say like for a beginner, this is better, the perfect 9-step script. And
Mhm.
for this one, how many steps did I put on here?
Seven? Oh, it's nine.
No, hold on, 8. I think I have it. 6, 5, 6, 7,
I think I saw nine.
8. Yeah, it's
Oh,
8.
okay.
Gap. Oh yeah, it is 8. You know what? It's still 9, but but I shrink some things.
Okay, cool. I'll have a look. Don't worry, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, cool. This is when we're on the phone call, right? This is when we.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna be the restaurant owner, okay? And I'm gonna be you, and I'm gonna just go through it here like step by step so that you can feel it, right? Like feel my tone and be a restaurant owner. Like give me the objections or give me like just really try to put yourself in like, you know, the client's mind and you can be as difficult or as easy as you want,
Okay.
right? So I'm gonna do it once, and then after we're gonna switch, and then you're gonna do it to me.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay. So just so you know, this framework has generated over $1 million. So this framework is extremely like effective, and it
Okay.
works for coaches, it works for agencies, it works for spiritual, it works for everything because it's human psychology here. Okay. So I'm gonna be using this one. So yeah,
Objection.
let's role play.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna call you right now. You know. Toot, 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 toot.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Toot.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Andel.
Yes, it is.
Hey Andel, how's your week going, brother?
You know, always busy. How's stuff going on, Jay?
Doing fantastic. Tell me, where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Trinidad and Tobago.
Awesome, man. How are things down there? Tell me about it.
Things down there, it's going all right. Always busy. I'm in the restaurant and everything. Staff, family. You know
Yeah,
how it is. Looking hard.
totally. Totally. Awesome, man. Well, if you want, we can dive right in, man, and get started with this call.
Yeah, sure. I don't like to waste time, so.
Perfect.
Uh,
I want to be respectful of your time as well.
yeah, sure.
So, listen, Andel, I'm super excited about getting to spend some time with you today. Okay, my intention is to really learn more about your restaurant, what you want, ask you some questions about where you're at right now, where you want to go. Okay.
Mhm.
If there's synergy for me to support you, to get to where you want to go, then awesome. We can talk that at the end.
Mhm.
If not, then that's totally cool too. Makes sense.
Agreed. Agreed.
Awesome. So look, I really value your time, okay? And I also really value mine. So I want to just ask, do I have your permission to be honest and authentic and always bring us back on track to what's really at stake here through the call?
Yes, you are my full full permission.
Perfect. Perfect. And lastly, one of these three things happen usually at the end of the call.
Hmm.
Number one, you might say yes to me, and we work together, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say no to me, and I want you to know that that's okay too. Like there's no pressure,
Right.
right? But sometimes, people say to me, let me think about it. But if we're honest, you and I know that really just means no, and people are just trying to be polite. So can I ask you that we only work on a yes or no basis? Is that a fair agreement to you?
Agreed.
Perfect. Off role play, pause and role play. This section eliminates the objection of let me think about it at the beginning.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's why we started putting it, because that's the first one people want to say, oh, let me think about it. That's the easy one. People are scared to make a decision and scared to make money or invest in money. Then what happens? Obviously, people say, let me think about it. But if they agree to this, I can just go back and say like, hey, like, remember we talk about only saying yes or no, you know, and, that was our agreement, right? And I can
Right.
go back to this. So I eliminate the objection before it comes up.
Wow. In the introduction, that's lovely.
Exactly.
Get out
Exactly.
of the way
Okay. Back to role
and then
play.
move.
Yeah. Okay, great. So, and they'll tell me what motivated you to schedule this call with me today.
Oh well, honestly, well, maybe wait. I reached out to you.
Yeah, remember
Okay,
you're a restaurant owner, like getting that mindset, like like picture exactly the type of restaurant you own, picture how
Mhm.
big it is, how many staff you have. Like I want you to like really tell me as if you're the restaurant owner. Okay.
Like, just one thing. I want to know: did I reach out to you, or did you reach out to me?
You scheduled a call with me. Like this
Okay.
is implying that you come from here, right? Like you said yes to me after this. You said, yeah, are you open to that? And you said yes, and you scheduled the call, so you're in this call because you scheduled it with me. Like you basically went to this link, to my calendar, and you booked the call. Like you
Okay.
apply for the call yourself.
And the details. Okay, lovely.
Okay.
Okay. So that means I'm kind of committed in a way. But okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So, Andrea, well, honestly, basically, a restaurant over the last few months, it hasn't been up to where it used to be about a year ago, and I really want to take it to the next level. I saw some of your content, and I'm interested in you guys, and let's see what you present on the table.
Definitely. Awesome, man. So tell me a bit more about what's current, like what's happening right now. Tell me about it personally, professionally, financially, like all of that.
Right now, well, the restaurant, the sales has been slow. Over the last couple of months, we've tried certain things that isn't working as well. Um, Sorry, pausing. I'm on your
Yep.
play.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. We can go back and forth on pause. Yeah.
They don't. At the beginning of it, I've realized at the beginning of the conversation, they're not as open as later on. Like it's still kind of tension in a way. Like like now starting, they won't go in depth personally. Like they won't answer any kind of personal like I'm in life. They would more like to keep it like on the business side of things. So like they would more speak about the restaurant. So I guess let me stick only in the restaurant to be honest, because they never answer life as in
it, it
person.
it's your job to break that rapport.
Mm, I really get that going down, but not at the
let's
beginning. I don't.
let's role play. I'm gonna actually do what I do. Like don't tell me the personal one, okay? Like if you think that's one of the challenges, I want you to give me all the challenges that you normally get so that you see how I will handle them, right? So I ask the question, hey, what's currently in your life, personally, professionally, financially, and then only answer, or be not open, and you'll see what I'll do to get you to open. Okay, so back to role play.
Back to I'm scared right now. Okay, so right now I'm in life. Well, the restaurant, when the restaurant has not been up to standards as we'd like it to be, as they want to be. I'm see this restaurant where it used to be, and I wanted to go far, and yeah, that's it basically. It's the
Yeah,
restaurant.
awesome. Can you share a bit more about, like, personally, like, where are you at? Like, what do you do when you're not working? We always like to make sure it's a good fit on every area. It's not just business for us. We like to have good relationships with all of our clients.
Hmm. Oh, well, I usually off, honestly, always working. I love to cook. I love to cook. If I'm not here cooking, I'm at home cooking with the family, with the wife. Um, I have a kid, and
Oh, that's awesome. How many kids do you have?
I have two kids. I have two boys,
Oh, that's amazing. What are their names?
Elijah and Joel.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. I'm a family man myself, so I always love to see some of those similarities. We usually connect better with family men as well. So that's lovely that you have a family. That's
Okay.
great, my man. Tell me about financially. How much are you generating right now?
I can't disclose that number. We don't discuss that number with anyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see. To be honest with you, in order for us to help you reach your goals, we need to know exactly where you're at. If you don't feel, open to disclosing that with us, it might not be the good fit for us to work together.
Yeah.
Are you open to discussing, some of those things? Because we need to know exactly where you're at. If you're not honest with us, how can we help you?
Okay. Yeah. I'm doing fine. We're doing about 100K, about 100K, about 100K a month.
Awesome.
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, about 100K a month. Yeah,
Yeah. Is that profit or revenue?
yeah, that's revenue. That's revenue.
Awesome. How much is the take home? How much is the profit of that around?
But that type of thing, I never actually asked them that, to be honest. I never asked them that, but I believe it's okay. Back to it, about 50% after, you know, because I know in the restaurant it's small because you have staff and food. It's really margins are really small, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really, really small. So let's just say I said 50%.
Yeah. No, no, that's awesome, and you know what, Andel, thank you so much for sharing. The reason we ask these questions is because we want to know exactly what someone is at. We believe that if we can help someone, we need to have an honest and open dialogue. That way we know if we can even help you. Some people are not making that much profit, might not be a good fit to work together. So these questions are not for me to be nosy about your life. I'm trying to help you here. I hope you understand here.
Mhm. Yeah, because I was just thinking, why is it necessary for the personal stuff?
Yeah, sometimes people don't think it's necessary, but the reason why we've been so successful is because we make sure we ask all the right questions to make a good idea of where you're at. If we don't know some of the important details like profit, like how much you're generating, or even what else you do in your personal time. Sometimes it's just not a good fit, and we're very selective who we work with.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. So, Andel, let's switch gears. I want to talk about your vision right now. If you and I were sitting on a coffee shop, 12 months from now, maybe, November 2020, if you want to envision with me, what must have happened, okay? Like personally, professionally, financially in your life for you to be able to say like, man, it's been the greatest year ever for you.
Hmm. What have happened is that I was obviously an increase in business, the way it was about, a couple of years ago. That's one thing. But up and running half a year more, of course, more busier than before. So financially, okay, my my
Yeah.
client right now in our she's at 1.1 million,
Okay.
well in our money. So that's about 150K a month US.
Okay.
Yeah, about that. And
Yeah.
she wants to get she say well she wants to get to like 1.5 if that's possible.
Perfect. Awesome. So you,
So
you
like
want to get to, so
yeah,
you
I
want
know
to
it's
get to
perfect.
150,000 a month. Is that the goal?
1 point basically. No, okay. So like a month well in our money it's 1.1 mil and she wants to get to 1.5 mil in a year's time.
Okay.
Basically.
Is that a month or a year?
It's a month.
A month. Okay. So in your currency, 1.5 mil a month.
150,000 and like she wants to get to let's say 180 or 200.
So
200.
basically doubling your revenue.
Okay,
The-
150,000 she's right
just
now. She
it,
wants
it,
to
it
get
just make up the numbers in dollars. It's okay. It's just a role play.
okay, no problem. Okay, yeah, so I'm just yeah, so I just want the restaurant to be where it used to be, and I actually looked into we're currently at 1.1, and I want to get to 1.4. You
One
know,
1.4. Gotcha.
so that'd be nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. So going from 1.1 to 1.4.
Yeah.
Why not shoot even higher from 1.1 to 2?
Oh, well, I like to be realistic and and sometimes conservative and exceed my expectations sometimes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's good. And just so you know, we worked with a restaurant recently, and they were at 1.1, and after working with us after 90 days, they were now making the revenue of 2.1. So it's definitely possible to double it. Just want you to know so that you shoot really high, because I really believe that, you have a restaurant that could make double that at least.
Hmm. Okay, sounds fair enough.
Awesome. So I'm curious, what would you say is your biggest motivation to get into that 1.4, 1.5 mil a month?
Hmm. To be, I guess it's to be where it used to be. It used to be one of the biggest on the block. Everyone used to come here and listen entire era and the entire boulevard.
Hmm.
And it needs to be packed when it used to be packed. Everyone needs to come here. Everyone needs to celebrate the birthdays and events here. It used to be like that, but nowadays it just slowed down. So just to be known for the best restaurant in the country, basically,
Awesome.
or the area.
Yeah. And what's your biggest motivation for that, for being the biggest one in the country? Notice that I didn't just take that answer. I went deeper because in my mind I'm thinking just fame. Is fame really it? People want more than that usually. So I want to get to the bottom of it. So I just keep asking why. I'm like, so why is that important?
Mm. Hmm. Oh well, I have some competitors across the road and around the area, and they yeah, well, they think they're the best, and I just wanna show them that they're not, and I guess wanna show them that they're not. So that's the real reason of
So your
wanting.
biggest reason is just to beat the competition?
Yeah, it's a real competition. Yeah, why not?
What about your customers? Is that not a bigger motivation than just beating the competition?
Oh yeah, of course. We always take care of our customers. We take care of them, and we always treat them with good service and good food. Great, actually.
That's
You
great.
know, with any competitors and all of them. At the same time, it'll be like a byproduct of our good food and our good service. So once we leverage that, we will in turn be the competitors. You know.
Yeah, of course. Gotcha. Thanks for sharing that, man. So, what would you say is in the way of all that, like on getting to that 1.5 mil, on growing your business? What do you see as your biggest obstacle right now?
Hmm. I think. Wait, are you hearing me by chance? Because I
Hmm?
lost you for a second. Are you hearing
Oh,
me right?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. What do you see as your biggest obstacle in getting to that goal?
Uh, I think our biggest obstacle is having a good um, system in place that gives us customers every month, every week, you know,
Yeah.
returning old customers as before, being the face of customers. And I think that's the problem. We're not being, we're not out there, I guess, as much.
Hmm. So you would say your biggest problem is not having the right marketing system? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would see that. But,
Okay.
most restaurants wouldn't say that, no. They would act like yeah, like they have everything and all that.
Well, yeah, but again, like, give me all the objections and all the things that they usually tell you, because what I want you to do is I want you to see how I handle them so that you can learn from the doing.
Mm, oh, okay, good. Oh no, well, I wouldn't say that we don't have the right marketing systems in place. It's just that well, the economy is bad, and it's not the way as it used to be. So people don't have the money as it used to have long ago. So you guess a driver for this little era in time, and we're just waiting for it to come back up, and that'll be soon come. Yeah, and I think that's a bit obstacle.
So you're saying that you're basically relying on the economy to be fixed before you can do something about your business?
Oh yeah, well, I guess it's done. You see, well, if persons don't have the money, because we're in a recession right now, so if persons don't have the money, then there's nothing we can do about it, basically.
So you're
So
saying that the reason your restaurant is not growing is because people don't have the money?
mm, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
yeah, I'm basically not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that, it's not as before, where you could go and you could buy this and you could buy that. Now everyone's, conservative in what they buy nowadays. They're very selective in what they're buying because, it's not guaranteed. So, um, we have to kind of hope for that until everything falls back into place.
So you're gonna just kind of leave it up to chance. You're just kind of gonna leave it to see. Hopefully, it fixes itself. Or you're saying you want to do something about it yourself. I'm a little unclear.
Oh yeah, well for sure, we definitely want to do something about it, but at the same time, it's their pocket. We can't do anything. We can help them with that, but we do want to do something about it to get more customers and in
Yeah.
here every week, every month.
Yeah.
The show, but we can't help them.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, thanks for sharing that. I'm just a little bit confused, and so what's the problem? Is it the people's pockets, or is it your restaurant that doesn't have the right system? You're saying it's both, but it can be both. Which one is it?
Hmm.
Because last time I checked, there's a lot of restaurants in town, in your town, that are doing really well. It seems like people are paying. How is it that they can afford that?
I, I think it's the brand name. They have a they have a name, they have a brand name. They're famous about keys, maybe.
Right.
So
So maybe you need to work on your brand. Wouldn't you say that's something maybe you need to be doing?
yeah, for sure. I agree. We definitely need to be working on our brand name and getting out there more. And build our brand name.
Yeah.
What it was because we look at our competitors. We serve better food than them. We have better service than them, but
Right.
they get more customers.
Right. So would you say then that the problem, that your biggest obstacle, is not having the right marketing system to grow your brand? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. I am.
Great. See,
Yeah, that's
pause role play. See how I kept grilling you, grilling you, grilling you? Because I'm not gonna let you off the hook. Give me a bullshit answer.
yeah.
I know for a fact that the problem it's you, but I can't just push it on you. So I need to keep asking questions until I make you say it, like isolating it, being like, well, you told me this, which one is it? Well, is that which one is it? Like, right, until you finally crack and you're like, okay, yes, it's us.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the marketing. Okay, great. Now I can move to the next section,
Well, commitment.
right? So now,
Yeah.
so now that I do that, now I can go into my next question, which is this. Okay, great, Andel. So how long has this obstacle that you don't have the right marketing and branding system existed for? How long you've been trying to fix this problem?
We've been trying to fix this for the last, I'd say, 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. It's been, you know, 2 years. I would say that.
Awesome. And why would you say this obstacle exists?
I'd say, well, a lot of things. We try a lot of, we post on social media, whatever the case may be, we do offers and stuff, but still not getting the traction
Mhm,
that um that we like.
mhm.
We're not getting the traction we like. So to answer exactly the obstacle, I'm honest, I'm not sure. Well, I will never say I'm not sure. No, I never say. Um, um, they always think they know, to be honest, so they always have an answer. Like, what would they say? What would she say? Everything's obstacle. I think they blame. I don't know. Okay. I think that we don't have the right systems in place, and we always open for new ideas,
Right.
and we want to see what you that's why you're here, and that's why we're having a phone call with you. So we want to see what you have to
Of
offer.
course. Of course. Awesome. So the obstacle exists because you haven't been able to have the right system, right? Like, is that correct?
That is true. That is correct.
Perfect. So Andel, let me ask you, like, if nothing changes today, right, or you stay the same, could you live with that?
No, I cannot live with that. No,
Why not?
no, well, because this is my baby. This is my cannot seen about this for years, and
Right.
and my sweat equity, sweat and all of money and time and staff members, and
Right.
we've grown a family here, so
Of course.
we're all about family. So we're not gonna back down on this little show that we have here. So we
Yeah.
always, are we open to new ideas and we want to go
Yeah.
forward.
Awesome. Awesome. No, I like to hear that. So let me ask you, Andel, how committed, just being like super honest, right? Like how committed would you say you are from a scale of 1 to 10 to solve this problem and to get the right system? How committed are you?
Put it this way to you, I have in my entire life, I've never been. Yeah, because sorry, yeah. Some restaurant, they started give me stories about their life, about you know South Africa, and I listen, but I try to bring them back onto the.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to graciously interrupt. So like, let's role play. Start telling me a long story. Like, just start telling me about something. Like,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I. Yeah,
I'll give you a real example.
yeah, yeah.
I've never been. I've always been committed to everything in my life. When I used to play rugby. When I went to South Africa and we played. I've always been committed. I've had many restaurants in the industry. Only
Hey,
thing.
sorry to interrupt, and I know you gave me permission to always bring us back on track. I love the fact that you're very committed, and definitely would love to hear your story about South Africa. But we gotta leave that to another day because we only have so much time together. Is that okay if we continue?
I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, no, and definitely, like, I definitely do want to hear it, but obviously, I want to be respectful of your time. We only got like 20 more minutes together, and I want to make sure that I can help you out. But I love that you're committed. So you would say you're at 10 committed?
I say I'm 11.
Love it. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, Mandel. Thanks for sharing. So let me ask you, and see, boom, done. Right? Like, and it doesn't have to be rude, right? Like I was
Yeah.
nice about it, right? But you, and that's why you get that permission at the beginning of the call, so that you can refer back in case that happens, right? Like if you recall this one right here. Hey, I really value your time. Do I have your permission to be honest and authentic and bring us back on track for what's really at stake here? Actually, I will add, if we go off on a tangent, and
Yeah. Sure. Awesome.
right. Okay, Andel. So you're currently making 1.1 a month, right? 1.1 mil, and you want to get to that 1.5 mil. And you mentioned that your biggest block is not having the right marketing system. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Perfect. So why do you think you haven't reached that goal yet?
Um, Simply because we haven't had the customers of where we've been at. We're not getting that traction as we used to a couple of years ago.
Of course,
Looking for new avenues and getting that. So that's
definitely,
what I do.
definitely. So what do you think is stopping you from achieving that on your own?
On my own, well, let me tell you something. In this restaurant, I run many hats, right? I run many hats here, and I can't do everything. I can't
Right,
do
makes
everything here,
sense.
and unfortunately not on your own. So I always let the best do the best. What I do, I can do. All right. So I'm here. I just want to hear what you have to show us, what you have to show
Of
me.
course. Yeah.
And then if you're well, we can move forward.
Definitely, and yeah, I'm gonna be sharing a bit more about that later. So when are you wanting to fix this problem?
When? Well, right now.
Right now, perfect. No, I love to hear that. No, 'cause sometimes people say, "Oh, I'm 10 committed, I'm 11 committed," but then they also say, "Oh, I want to solve it in 3 months." That's not the same commitment, right? So
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that you want to solve it now and that you're 10 committed. That's great, Andel.
11.
Yeah, 11 exactly. Okay, so let me ask you, do you think that if we were able to eliminate that challenge of not having the right marketing and branding system, and we help you get to that 1.5 mil, and we show it, a proven path to achieve that, do you believe you can be successful too in your restaurant?
Yep. Well, yeah, for sure. These are. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to see exactly what we can what you have to offer. and I believe that's what I think. Sorry, I
Right.
forgot to-
Right. But you're sure, right? Like you're sure that if we are able to show you a proven path to get to that 1.5 mil, and that you didn't have the problem of not having a marketing system, you're sure that you can be successful. There wouldn't be anything else stopping you, right?
Oh no, for sure not. There won't be
Okay,
anything.
perfect.
If
Yeah,
we have
that's
everything similar, then yeah.
amazing. And so yeah, I just got one more question for you. Would you like me to help you? Would you like me and my team to help you?
Yeah, well, that's for going to that's for on this phone call.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's great. So yeah, I'm curious, like how do you think we can help? How do you envision our help?
Oh well, I simply just see you guys what I envision is to have here filled like how it was before. That's a nice and short answer I can give you. Just
Mhm.
ask customers.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So would you like me to tell you a bit more about what we do?
Yeah, sure, why not? That's good. You have the floor.
Perfect. Yeah. So our area of expertise is helping restaurants like yourself grow their business to 1.5 mil per month and getting 50 to 100 new customers every single month using Facebook ads. What do you think?
Is it 100 new customers?
Mhm. Or more, depending on your business.
Yeah, I think about that as well. That's lovely. I'm
It's
listening.
awesome. Awesome, Mandel. Would you like me to tell you a bit more about what we offer and how we can make this real for you?
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Awesome. So look, our program is called the Restaurant Transformational Process or program. It's a month to month program where I basically take over your marketing and your branding, and I give you the right system in place. So this is what you get. I'm going to be helping you with your Facebook ads and your chatbot. So we'll be setting all that up for you. We'll also be doing a loyalty program to make sure that people keep coming back to you. And so we'll take care of all that stuff for you as well. Number three, we're going to help you with all the tracking so that you know if you put $1 in, you're getting at least $2 out. So we will be doing all that stuff for you. And plus, if you sign up right now, I'm going to be waiving that setup fee of $2,000 that we have. Um, and we'll be giving you that like for free. It would just be the management fee.
Mm. Okay, so how much do you charge?
Definitely. So we charge $3,000, and that's also included with 1,000 of ad spend. And with that, we can guarantee that we'll have all the right things in place. There's no hidden fees, and we just start working on your marketing right away. Start getting you customers, and we work with you hand in hand to make sure that we are meeting your goals.
6,000. It's a lot of money though.
It is a lot of money. Oh, you bet it's a lot of money because you need a lot of help. You mentioned you've been trying to do this for the past 2 years, trying to grow it, and it's not easy, right? If it was easy, you guys would already be at 1.4 mil, right? So it is a lot of money, but the good news is we're gonna make you even more money.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what, like, how do you see this working for your business?
I see the system working well, but it looks good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's 3K right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
a month, right?
Yeah, 3K to get started. We usually have a 2,000 setup fee, so it would be a total of 5,000. But if you sign up with me right now, I waive that $2,000, and it's just 3,000 to get started, and we can get you to that 1.5 as soon as possible.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. I, hmm. Let me think about it. I will speak. Let me think about it. I will speak to my team manager, my team members, my managers and stuff, and we'll I can give back a call. I have your phone number. I have everything. And I know where you're at. Yeah, we could follow up, and I could let you know. If it sounds good, it's gonna be really good. I'll just, you know, I'll speed it up. Right?
We definitely always encourage people to think about it and make a good decision that way. However, a couple things. You told me that you wanted to just work on a yes or no agreement, no think about it, right? We made that little agreement at the beginning, and but more importantly, not my words but your words. You said you wanted to fix it now, and that you were 11 of commitment. That doesn't sound like 11 of commitment.
Oh yeah, well, you see what? No, I wouldn't say that, but I'm not a guy that likes to jump straight into things. Although yes, I am. I like to have my team members and stuff know exactly what's going on. I want to have them on board, and
Hmm.
I think that just notifying them what's gonna be happening, what's the next step that we're gonna be taking, or whatever the case may be, and I just wanna,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
inform them on the decision. So I would just
Right. So
something for them.
so what you're saying is you're in, basically. You're saying you're in. You just need to get like a little sign off from them.
Yes, yes, yes. I would say I'm in. It sounds good. It looks good. Just want to get, I guess must speak with them to
Yeah,
make sure.
for sure. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? Why don't you give me a deposit so that we can lock in your spot and get you started now, and you can go and like get the sign off from them, and then we can collect the rest. How does that sound?
Okay. No, but okay, cool. How much is the would be the deposit?
Well, you know your finances better than we do. So how much would you be able to put down today to get started?
$2,000. I'd say, oh, I'd say around 697.
Yeah. So you can put to 697 now to lock in your spot with me, and then the rest in payment plans. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, so you offer the payment plans? You offer payment plans as well? How does the payment plans work?
Well, we usually don't offer payment plans. We only do it in a very selective basis, but
Mhm.
because it seems like you want to get started, we can probably work something out. I mean, if I were to say yes to your offer of the 697, would you be ready to make a deal with me today?
Yeah, for sure we can do that. What's your offer on the deal then?
Okay, so yeah, what we can do is, how about you give me the 697 now? After our call, I'll send you an email with the next steps, and we can get started next month once you give me the rest of the payment after you talk to your team. How does that sound?
Hmm. Okay, so you want me to give you the 697 now, right? And then we do nothing for the next month, and then well, yeah, for the entire month, and then at the end of every month, I come back and give you the rest. Is that what you're saying?
Well, at the beginning of every month would be the $3,000 fee. Right now is the 20th of November, so you give me 697 today. You talk
Uh-huh.
to your team, you give me the rest of the 3,000, and we get started at the beginning of December 1st with the first 3,000 that you've given me through November.
Sounds fair enough.
Awesome. Let's work that deal. Do you have Visa or MasterCard? I'll just collect your details and get you started.
I have Visa.
Perfect. Are you okay doing the credit card over the phone?
Mm, nah, I'm not.
Okay, no worries. What I can do is I can send you the link right now to pay via the chat right here. Here's the link.
Oh, you
Perfect.
could.
And I'm gonna stay here with you just to make sure that everything goes through and we can we can lock in that deal. And after that, I have a special gift, a special surprise for you right after it goes through. We like to do that for our customers, send you a little bonus.
Love this,
uh,
love this. Okay,
Boom.
cool.
All right, so yeah, that's it, right? Like, obviously you hit me with a lot of different objections and things, but I was navigating, right? Like, I was navigating, but nonetheless,
Um,
like, doing it this way with this specific framework works really well, because it allows you to always keep coming back to put them against their word, right? If you're telling me think about it, I'm like, we already talked about that. Oh, I wanted to do it later. Well, you say you wanted to do it now. Like, I'm always putting you back against your own word, not against my word, your word, right? And that's why it's important to execute that.
wow.
To
Wow. One thing though, well,
Yeah,
with my current client, which I don't really like, because of the credit card, right? It's I I get paid in checks, right?
sure.
But I don't really like that because I don't like to like go and then she has to sign it every time. I
Right.
like it like automatic every month. But like the limit now on her credit card, you know, so well, if let's say example, if I charge someone here again, I gotta understand $2,000,
Yeah,
US, which is about
sure.
$12,000 somewhere around there.
Sure.
That's a lot of money in a credit card, and I think that would like max out and all that. So I might get that kind of rebuttal. So, so do you think I should just is it by check right there and then? Is
Well, it obviously depends on the client. I mean, hopefully you'll be working with clients that can afford it, that do have the space, that can just make it through, right? Because ideally you want to set like a subscription so it's automatic, right?
yeah,
Like, ideally, and there, I don't know if you know how to do that, but like, yeah, with Stripe or with PayPal, you can do a subscription, like every beginning of the month, $3,000 or $2,000, whatever you charge, right?
mm,
And it just automatic, right? So that way you don't have to go every month. Hey, Mr. Customer, your payment is due, or, oh, here's the invoice. Can you please, people are lazy about payments. So you want to set it up at the beginning properly with $2,000 every single month. And then that's it. Like, it's like off your mind.
mm, that yeah, man. I don't like that check thing at going.
No,
Nah.
exactly. It's more annoying. And so, obviously people have credit cards, people have, ways to pay online. So I recommend you just doing that.
Okay, cool. No problems.
Awesome. So
Mary,
let's go back to you. Let's take a 5 minute break. Okay, let's just take a quick 5 minute break, and I want you to now be you, and I'll be the restaurant owner. Okay, so
yeah,
I'm just gonna use the bathroom real quick, but take a look just to kind of go through the script in your mind, right? One of the
yeah,
things that you'll notice here that's different on the first version is this section right here of like the clarity and true cost, where I go deeper into like the consequences of like not changing, right? But that's the only, there's some other things, but anyways, just look it over, whichever one you want to use, and then we'll role play for the final part. Okay, I'll be
no
right back.
problem. Yeah, brother. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, how's your week going? There you want today. All right, well, if you want, we can dive right in and get started this call. Listen, good say we're good to spend time with you today. I just really don't know about you. If you want to some questions about where you are, where you go. And then this since if you need to support you to get where you want to go, it would be great. You can talk about that again. If not, that's really cool too. Sense? Good. We will also reward your time and reward your mind. So the information to you. Enjoy. Let's have a situation about the discount time today. I'm interested in what you want. Questions. As I see, say that, but ask the project here in my high school. You see, I stayed. Yes, Andres. Andres. So Andres, tell me, what movie we choose? It's currently like right now.
Cool.
You back?
I'm back.
Lovely.
Yeah, something came in the mail too, and just was chatting with wifey. All right, cool. Yeah, so now let's let's switch. There's one that I would add probably to the other one, as I was also thinking.
I'm
This one.
on the 2.0 script, so you'll add that to it as well, you said?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just think it's a little bit more condensed, a little bit better. I just gotta add this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, take it from the top. I'll be the client now.
Okay, so let's dial your phone number. 1, 2, 3. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Yeah, Andres?
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, it's Andel.
Hey, Andel, how are you?
I'm great, man. How's your week going so far, bud?
Going good, man. Thank you very much. It's sunny here. It's nice
Okay,
week so far.
lovely. So where you calling from?
I'm calling from Toronto actually,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, been living here for like a few years now, and yeah, no, it's good.
Oh, wow. I wanted to be there. I was wanted to be there, but all right. Well, if you want, we can dive right in and get started right away. If you mind.
Yeah, of course, let's do it.
Okay, sure. Also, listen, Andre, I'm super excited about getting to spend some time with you today. And my intention is to really learn more about you, what you want, ask you some questions about and where
Slow,
you're
slow.
at right now and where you want to go.
Okay.
And if there's synergy for me to support you to get to where you want to go, awesome. And then we can talk about that at the end. If
Okay.
not, that's totally cool. Sound fair enough?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay, it's great. And also, I really value your time. I really value mine as well. So, do I have the permission to be honest and like authentic and bring us back on track for what you really at stake here if we go off on a tangent?
Yeah, of course, you have my permission.
Okay, lovely. Lastly, one of these three things happen at the end of this call, right? Only three things. So we have one, you either say yes, yes, and we work together, and that's awesome. Or two, you can say no, and I want you to know that's okay, no hard feelings,
Of
no
course.
pressure, right? And lastly, three, some people say, let me think about it, but you and I know, especially as business owners, we know that really means no, and people just want to be polite. So can I ask that you only say yes or no? Is that
Yeah,
an agreement?
yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, lovely, Andrea. So let's get into it. So honestly, tell me, what motivated you to schedule this call with me today?
Yeah, for sure. So, I've been a restaurant owner for the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our restaurant this past like year hasn't been doing that well. We had to let go of some staff. Kind of our revenue started decreasing, and we don't really know what's going on. And I just wanted to see how you could help me and what you had to offer.
Hmm. Oh wow. Okay, no problem. So what's currently going like in your life right now? Well, I know you said you cut out some staff, but professionally, personally, what's been going on right now?
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, as I said, yeah, we let go of some staff recently. I also recently went through a divorce myself, right? So there's been a lot of stuff kind of going on,
Wow.
financially and like with the kids and stuff like that, trying to kind of see like the custody. So it also hasn't been the easiest for us to build the business while also working on like, life happens, like life stuff situation, and we're just trying to see like what we should do about it. Mhm.
Mm, wow. I feel you. So like, how else is that affecting you?
Yeah, so yeah, of course, I mean, with the divorce and all that, obviously like my health started kind of taking a little bit of a toll because I now started working like a lot of hours, right? Trying to do all this, and also my lawyers and everything because of the divorce. So yeah, I would say it's affected the business, and it's also affected me, health too. Like I don't sleep that much because of the amount of hours and a little bit of that stress, right? So
Mm.
yeah, to be honest with you.
I feel you. I feel you, bro. So, and I also know that you said that, with all those hectic things that's going on, you also said that you cut off some staff. So, like, how much money are you generating right now?
Yeah. So we're generating about $10,000 a month right now.
Hmm.
We used to be generating about 25,000, even 30,000. So it's almost like gone down like 50%.
Hmm. Oh, wow. 2,000 a month, 3,000. It's a big jump.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, no problem. I feel it. Okay, no problem. So let's switch gears, Andres. You know, let's talk about your vision now, basically. So if you were sitting at a, Starbucks 12 months from now,
Okay.
right? What must have happened personally, professionally, and also financially for you to say that, wow, it's been the greatest year ever for you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say I would like to be at $50,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I obviously like to expand the business as well, like maybe open a new location, ideally, in another part of town. Personally, I want to be able to have more time for my family, for my kids, especially after the divorce. I want to be able to go on vacation and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean that would be great. I can kind of get my health back together, right?
All right. That is sure. So out of like I know that's really lovely, going on vacation and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
your health back up. Out of all those stuff, what's your? Because I'm very curious, what's your biggest motivation for getting that 50K a month? You know.
Yeah. So for me, I would say I want to be able to move to a bigger house.
Mm.
I like to also give my kids a better quality of life, right? Like when I grew up, I wasn't as wealthy or anything like that, so we had to go through a lot of hardships. So I don't want my kids to go through the same things.
Mm. Wow, I feel you. I sure we always want to give our kids the best. To be very honest,
Of course.
you know. So like also like with that, what's in what's like in the way of all of that? Like what do you see as your biggest obstacle? You know?
um, to be honest, that's kind of why I'm in this call. I'm not sure if I need to revamp, like rebrand my restaurant, if I need to start offering other kind of foods, or if I should just, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, but I would probably say, yeah, something to do with like doing something different to the restaurant and the way we're like promoting it and stuff.
Mm. Okay, I feel you. It sounds like you sound overwhelmed, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
also, why why do you think that this obstacle doesn't, meaning that you wanna revamp your setting if you wanna shift over like the menus and stuff like that? And why do you think that this exists? Why do you think it exists? The problem exists.
I think it exists because we haven't really been promoting it a lot, right? Like we've been around, like I said, for 5 years, and at the beginning we had a lot of people come in, and it seemed like people were coming, but the past year or so, it seems that we're getting like less and less customers. I don't know if it's because of the competition out there, or maybe you know, yeah, I'm not
Mm.
entirely sure.
Okay, I feel it. So why haven't you been advertising?
To be honest, it's been partially because of the money that has kind of gone down. We used to just rely on referrals, and people would just come, and we even did events and things like that. But the past year, it's just been slow.
Yeah, I feel it, to be honest. And also like if nothing changes today, right? Or you
Right.
stay the same, Could you live with that?
No, definitely not. As I said, it's very important for me to give my kids a better quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to expand also. Like I really think that people should have really good food, and I want to open another location. So no, I couldn't live with that.
Mm, feel it. Totally agree, to be honest. So what do you think, what will it continue to cost you in your business and in your personal life if this is like not solved?
Well, I would say probably cost me more of my health. As I said, I've been not sleeping as well, so that's probably something. And I also don't want to let go of my best chef if I can afford to pay for his salary. And I wouldn't be able to go on vacation with my kids. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot at stake, right?
Well, actually, damn. Okay, lovely. So with all this going on right now, I want to know, I need to know actually, how on a scale from 1 to 10, how committed are you to solve your health, your ability to not be, like you may not be able to pay your chefs and your staff,
Hmm. Hmm.
and God forbid close down your restaurant. But
Right.
how committed are you on a scale from 1 to 10 to actually solve this?
To be honest with you, probably like a 7. I think that if I was a 10, I think we already it already would have solved it.
Mm,
So maybe a 7. I think it's been because of also all the family situation, and sometimes I don't have the time to deal with the business because I've been dealing with the divorce and my ex-wife and all that.
mm. Yeah, because it's really hectic, it's really hectic. So, you said that you were 7. So, what would need to happen for you to shift from that 7 to 10?
um I think I would need to know a proven way, a proven path, I guess, like a system that really works, that could take my business, that I can trust,
Mm-hmm.
that can help me grow my restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Totally agree, brother. And okay, lovely. So currently you're at 10K a month, you know,
Mhm.
and you want I'm in revenue, and you want to get to 50K a month, right? And your biggest problem is now is not getting customers into your restaurant as they used to be, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, cool. So why do you think you haven't reached from going from 10K to 50K as yet?
um I think it's because of I think you know there's been people that have left the restaurant, and I think it's because there's a lot more competition,
Mm-hmm.
out there. And yeah, maybe that's why we've been losing customers. There's new restaurants and new businesses, and maybe people are going to those now instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Okay, I feel you. So also, what's stopping you from achieving that goal, on your own, basically? Yeah.
Well, I honestly don't really know how to promote my business that way.
Mm,
I think we in the past, I hired like a social media person, but it didn't really work out. It didn't really do it much for us. So we've been kind
mm,
of stagnant. Just leaving it for tomorrow, and just the days kind of just keep passing by.
mm. Okay, lovely. So with them, it wasn't. How long were you working with them? Like, on
We're only working for a few months. They were posting some things and pictures, but it wasn't really bringing us a lot of revenue. To be honest, it was
mm,
just like I didn't really see any progress, so we fired them.
agreed. Totally. Okay. And when are you wanting to fix this problem?
Well, as soon as possible,
Mm-hmm.
as soon
Real,
as
agree.
possible, for sure.
Okay, Andrea, so let me ask you, right? Do you think that if we eliminate, you know, um, eliminate you not getting as much customers as you used to have for, help you get that 50K a month from that 10K and show you a proven pathway to actually achieve it, do you believe that you can be successful?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I hope
Mm,
so. I hope we can do it. Yeah. That's why I'm in the phone call with you, hopefully.
sure, definitely. Agreed. That's great, brother. Okay, well, I just have one more question for you. Would you like would you like us to help you?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely want to see how you can help me. Yeah.
Okay, great, lovely. How do you envision our help, my help?
I guess I envision like you guys helping me with the marketing and bringing me those new customers. I don't know, maybe, you guys know what you're doing and you would
Mm,
just take over my promotions and things like that, and hopefully bring me more clients.
mhm. Okay, great, because our area of expertise is helping restaurant owners get 50 to 100 at least, customers
Oh wow.
every month, with the
Mm-hmm.
Facebook ad,
Wow.
was in place. Okay, lovely. So also, would you like me to tell you what we offer and how we can make this real for you?
Yeah, of course, I like to hear that.
Okay, lovely. So we have our program is called the Restaurant Transformation Process. It's simple as 3 steps.
Okay.
You know, Step one is you basically get a 90-day plan, all right, and where we map out a social media plan.
Okay.
We get you 50 to 100 customers every month. That's step one. Step two is called the clients system, is where we start our Facebook ads and automated chatbots along with geo targeting for the first month, and we put out your food and your restaurant in front of your right potential customers,
Okay.
right? And also step number three is called the loyalty program, right? Is where we get customers that have already been at your restaurant. We
Okay.
get them coming back into your restaurant on
Oh,
a bi-weekly basis, and they bring their friends, they bring their family, and that's how you get to you know you get more money out of them basically. you
yeah.
know and
Yeah.
do
Okay.
you know so how do you see it working for you?
Yeah, no, I mean that sounds good. We can do that strategy plan, and after that you guys kind of take over. Yeah, if you can show me how you can be doing those clients and bringing them, and also the current ones that they keep coming back, that definitely be good.
Mhm. Okay, lovely. Do you think that this is something you're open to accomplishing?
Yeah, definitely. I would say
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Lovely. And also, why is that important?
Well, because as I said, I'm getting ready to almost let go of some of my staff. So if I don't do something now, I know that things are gonna turn out worse.
mm, if you agree with. Well, Andres, it seems like we've gone over everything, and the only thing left to speak is to invest on registration to make this real for you. Is that something you are comfortable with discussing?
Yeah, of course. I wanna know how much do you charge? How much is it?
Sure, no problem. Well, the everyday price is $5,000 a month. But
Hmm.
I have found that those who make decisions quickly always turn out to be the best clients. Meaning we have a setup fee of $2,000. So now how we're on the call and we're gonna waive that off. So instead of $5,000 a month, it's gonna be $3,000 a month. right? And that's including the ad spend. So our service fee and the ad spend is only $50,000 a month. You get is no hidden fees, no hidden costs, anything like that.
So 3,000, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know if I can afford that, to be honest.
Mm. Mm.
I wasn't expecting it to be that much.
Really? Mm-hmm. I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
but what I expect honestly is I don't think that you can expect to have more empty seats in your restaurant. I think it's more costly to have more empty seats.
Yeah, no, I definitely wanna have people come in. I don't know if I can afford like 3,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Are you saying that you can't afford the 3,000 cent for that, or or you don't want to invest $50,000? I don't know what I'm asking.
Sorry?
No, sorry, I don't even know what I asked you, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I asked you. Okay. Yeah, this is you fine.
Yeah. So off role play, when people say I can't afford it, one of the um oh sorry, it's a little echo.
Yeah, I think it's because a good thing I came off because he's gonna die. Okay.
Yeah.
It should work better now because I'm closer. Let me just get my book because I was
Ah,
writing
perfect.
down some notes of
Yes.
like what. So I
Yes,
could
yes, yes, definitely.
say it in the presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You should be able to hear me now.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was saying usually when people say I can afford it, one of the best ways to rebuttal that is saying, you know, um, something like, hey, after having a conversation with you, I know you said that you can't afford to, keep compromising your health. You can't afford to keep, not giving your kids the right, education or the right lifestyle you want. You can't afford to let go of your staff. So let me ask you, I mean, what's bigger, the price that you need to pay, because of course there's got to be a cost, or letting go of your staff? What's more important? What is it really that you can afford, right? It's like trying to get them to realize what is really the true cost. Like, is it really the 3,000, or is it more heavy, all
On
this
the
stuff that you don't want, right? So you put them into this predicament, which is like the things they don't want to happen versus the 3,000.
Wow, that makes sense. And like been like with their health, with the as you said, the kids
Exactly.
going.
Yeah, you can say like, hey, like, to be honest, what what it sounds like you can afford is to keep losing sleep. What it sounds like you can afford is to not to let go of your best chef. What it sounds like you can afford is to not give your kids the kind of life they deserve.
Mm.
So 3,000 in comparison to that is nothing, right?
Wow.
So it's almost like you make the amount of money, you make it small compared to the other stuff, right?
Wow.
So let's try that again. Yeah, no, that one's a powerful one. And again, you're not trying to be manipulative. You're just telling them what they told you.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
Your job is to just present them with the truth. You're like, look, my friend, it's very simple. You told me that you can afford. So in reality, the 3,000, what is that compared to all this? Right. So let's try that again. So yeah, I don't know if I can afford it.
yeah, man, I totally understand that you can't afford it right now, but in all honesty and truth, is it that you can't afford that, or you can't afford sacrificing your health? You can't afford sacrificing letting go all your employees because you and all have you said to me that you want to take care of your kids, and I also bet that your chefs and all they also have kids as well. So
you're not
Right.
only gonna be letting down you, but your whole staff, your team, your kids. So
Right.
which one? Okay, so how do I
Yeah.
transition into
So yeah.
the same data?
So the question is, which one can you actually not afford? The 3,000 or all the sacrifice that you're making right now?
Well, please, which one you can't afford? The 3,000. Yeah, because this right now, what you said is exactly what's going on with the guy after meet on Tuesday at
Yes.
the thing. Because
Exactly.
the goes along with the staff and the,
Yeah, because here's the thing, like people can find a way. Like I've seen people that are really committed apply for another credit card, ask their uncle, parent, grandpa for money. Like people will move around to get the money. You see what I'm saying? The question is, have they made the decision which one is more important? Yeah, it sucks to give $3,000. No one wants to give the $3,000, but in reality, it's not a cost. It's an investment. The true cost is the sacrifice of your kids, the sacrifice of your staff, the sacrifice of almost closing the restaurant, the sacrifice of only making 10,000. That's the true cost. 3,000 is the investment, is the pill that's gonna solve your headache. You know what I mean? So in reality, it's almost like a doctor if you want to see it that way. It's like, can you afford to live with a headache, or or the $1,000 that you need to pay for the medicine? Like it's only an investment, right? So you wanna put them in that situation where they really realize that you're giving them the pill, you're giving them the medicine. The true sacrifice is not the money. The true sacrifice is what they're already making right now if they don't change. That's what they really can't afford, right? That's what they can't afford.
I love it because it's more with me, what I've realized is like with the conversations that with me, I find that easy, like asking them the question right now.
Yeah.
But is and then with the rebuttals.
Yeah, so let's go through some to make sure that you're like golden, because it always comes back to no matter what rebuttal, like, or what objection, it always comes back to the same predicament. The predicament is simple: vision versus fear, or the cost of the money, or whatever, right? So it's like, do you want to achieve your vision, or you want to stay the same? Right? That's always the predicament, because the reality is, if they don't do anything about it, they're going to stay with the fear and the sacrifice and all these things. So all you want to do is always bring it back to the surface and be like, which one is it? Which one's bigger, the fear or your vision? Or sorry, the fear or your vision?
Yeah.
Right? Which one's bigger, the 3,000 or sacrificing all those things? Right? Like, so you're presenting them always with like A or B, which one is really more important to you? Is it more important for you to, fix your restaurant, to get your kids, or is it more important just to save this $3,000 in your pocket? What's more, right? So no matter what objection, it's always the same way to treat it.
Wow. That is true. Even when, because there's only two objections I've gotten so far. It's just that one, can't afford it, or let me think about it.
Right. Exactly. Right. And so let me think about it. You just have to go back to what you said, the agreement. Or if they still like say, oh, but I still need to think about it, then once again, same treatment. Mr. Prospect, what is it to really think about? Do you want to continue with the $10,000, continue with the health problem, continue with about to let go or close your restaurant? Is that really to think about? Because you told me a little bit ago that you were done with it, that you were 10 committed, that you are ready to change. So are you really ready to change, or are you wanting to think about it? Which one is it? Right? So you always bring them back to what they already said, and then they have to say, oh, no, yeah, you're right. Like, my kids are more important. I will find a way.
Wow. I'm sick.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I love this. Eh,
Yeah, no,
some
it's
more.
powerful. It's powerful stuff for persuasion and
Um,
influence, right?
yeah, that script is
Okay,
gold.
so let's go back to the role play once again.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if I can afford it.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, but in all honesty, is it that you can't afford the $3,000, or you can't afford sacrificing your health? You know, you have your kids. You said that you wanna send them to the schools. You said that. Your house, you have chefs. You cut off more staffs. Do you really wanna cut off more staffs? You know, I
No,
really hope not, because
no, you're right. I can't
yeah.
afford that.
Mhm. Because I'm assuming well, I don't know, because you would know more than me. I'm not sure if your staff as well, they also have like kids and families as well.
Right,
And
right,
it won't be only you, but it would be like your entire team, you
right.
know, and then restaurants. So all in all, which one is worth
Yeah.
sacrificing?
Which one is it that you really can't afford?
Yeah. All in all, which one is the one that you can't afford?
Yeah, I can't afford to keep living this way with this income and let go of my staff. You're right.
Mm,
And so once they answer, the way to bring it back is you just go back to the same question, which is, okay, so how can we make this work for you?
mm,
So how can we make it work for you? How can we make this real for you? Right? Like you always want to get them back on track with that question. Like, great. So where should we go from here?
Lovely. Okay, so great. So where should we go from here? You know?
Well, is there some sort of payment plan maybe that you can give me? Because I literally, don't know if I can afford it. Sorry, pause off roleplay. Another good trick is once they're like, I'm not sure, you can ask them, hey, Andel, are you willing to have an open and honest discussion about your finances? Are you comfortable discussing that? And if they say yes, now you can ask them like, okay, how much do you have in your bank account right now? How
mm,
much do you have on credit cards? How much do you have? Like now you actually go granular to force them to see how much they actually have right now, right? So you can always do that towards the end. If they're like, yeah, no, you're right. I do want to make this work. I'm just not sure if I can afford it. Da, da, da. Then you're like, okay, so
Mm,
are you open and honest? Like, are you okay having a conversation about your finances? I want to help you, but I can't help you if you don't, if you're not willing to share with me. Are you okay discussing that? Yes. Okay, great. So how much do you have in your credit cards right now? How much do you have in savings? How much do you, right? And now you have something to work with, you know?
your finances. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Because that's
That one's big. That one's big because people sometimes wanna have their cards like to themselves. They don't want to tell you. So you can keep like trying to tiptoe around it, or you can just be direct. Hey, Andel, it sounds like you want to work with me. It sounds like this will help you. Are you willing to be open and honest about your finances so we can really make this work out for you? Yes. Okay, great. So let me ask you, how much do you currently have in your bank account? No judgment. We're just trying to make this work,
mm,
right? And now I can actually be like, yeah, right now I have 4,000 in my account and I have 2,000 on credit cards, but I need to pay 3,000 for rent and groceries and this, so that only leaves me with 1,000, right? And now we're actually getting very specific, and you can be like, great. So can you afford to do 1,000 deposit or 2,000, right? And now you can work it with
mm. Wow. No. It's funny because this is exactly the
this, is like the
conversation.
gold.
Yes, yes, like it is. Because when I spoke with him, he was really this. I asked speak like with his lawyers and all sort of things.
Yeah, sometimes prospect want to lie, and they want to lie. Oh, I can't afford it. Meanwhile, they have a 10,000 credit card limit they just don't want to use.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? So usually assume people are gonna tell you the automatic response. Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, let me think about like that. That's automatic response. We all do that, right?
mhm,
So the way to cross through that, like breakthrough, It's just to approach it head on, like face to face. Okay, Mr. Prospect, are you okay having a conversation about your finances? If you really want to make this work, I wanna really get a better understanding of where you're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they say yes, then you can be like, great. So how much do you have currently in your bank account?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if they still are like, oh, I'm not comfortable discussing this, well, I don't know how we can make this work for you then, because if you're not willing to be open, I don't know how I can help you then. Right? And so you always kind of have that, very smooth way to help them open up, essentially.
Wow, that was lovely. Take some notes.
Yeah. So back to role play. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? So you're right. What I can afford is to let go of my staff. What I can afford is to, keep compromising my health. You're right.
Mm. Amazing. Oh yeah, so sorry.
Yeah. So how can we make this work for you?
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, Andres. So honestly, how can we make it work for you?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can afford it.
Mm. You sure you can afford it. Okay, now part of I hear exactly what you're saying. Is it that you can't afford the 50,000, or is it that you can't afford, sacrificing your health, sacrificing your staff members?
I already had told you that. Um, go into asking me if you can, if you can talk to me about the finances in an open way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Um, is it okay if I ask you about your finances? I'm not personal. I won't judge you or anything like that. But you know, how much do you have in your bank account right now?
Don't ask the question until I say yes or no.
Oh, okay. Well, like I saw you nodding your head now, so I thought that
Right.
you was agreeing with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. So try that again.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. So yeah. So yeah, I was saying just off your record, basically can I ask you like about your finances by chance, or then personal?
It seems you're tippy-toeing. You have to ask it with confidence, right? You have to say,
Yeah.
hey, Andel, I hear what you're saying. Is it okay if we have an open and honest conversation about your finance?
Agreed, but so I'll be like, hey Andre, I hear what you're saying, but is it okay that if we have an honest and open discussion about your finances?
Sure.
Sure, no problem. But I'm personal. Exactly? How much do you have in your bank account right now? It's a ballpark.
It don't say it that way, because it sounds like you're afraid to ask it, right? Just ask it.
Okay. Okay,
Just,
cool.
like once I say yes, like you have my permission, just ask it. Just be like, great. How much do you have in your bank account? How much do you have on credit cards? Let's talk about it. Like, just straight through, like no fear of money, right? Because people always have fear of money. Oh, like how much and this, like how much? Let's talk about it. It's just a paper. It's just like we're trying to help your life, like this is not about the money. Let's talk about it, right?
So how much do you have in your bank account right now? And
Right now, to be honest, I have like $600 in my bank account.
mhm. Okay, no problem. And how much do you have in credit card?
All my credit cards are pretty much maxed out. I only have one that has 1,000.
1,000. Okay, no problem. Would you mind if we do we don't usually do this. We really don't usually do this, to be very honest. But would you mind if we do a payment plan for you? You can deposit how much you're comfortable and how many deposit for the first month, and then
Yeah, no, that would be great. Yeah.
mm, so how much? Because again, you know your finances more than me. How much are you willing to deposit?
Yeah, I could probably do 1,000.
2,000. Okay, no problem. That's actually awesome, actually. So you can do 1,000 for the first month.
Yeah.
Mm. There you go. There you go about it. And then
should I go on and say like at the ending of the first month the deposit is like because
Well, yeah, like you want to make it clear, like what's gonna be there, because if you leave it fuzzy, it's gonna be really weird. So you have to say like, okay, so if I'm hearing you correct, you're saying 1,000 today, and then when would you be able to pay the other 2,000?
okay, lovely. So let's just be clear here. So you're willing to pay 1,000 today,
Yes.
and when exactly would you be able to pay the remaining 2,000?
I could do that 30 days from now.
30 days from now.
Is that okay?
That's good actually. That's 1 month from now. Okay, not a
Yes.
problem. We can work around that.
Okay.
Hmm. And then we go on to okay, no problem. So would you
Close
mind
me.
if
Close me.
yeah, she's
Confidence. Close me with
yeah.
confidence. Everything is worked out. Everything is good. Just be like, great. Want to
Yeah.
pay now? Want to do credit card? Like just I just need to collect your credit card details. Is that okay? Like just do it.
Mhm.
Don't tiptoe around it, because then it sounds like you're not confident.
Confident. Okay, cool. No problem. Okay, no problem. So that's good. Let's hop straight into it. Would you mind? How would you mind me paying? I mean,
Yeah.
would you like me to?
How do you want to pay?
Mm, how do you want to pay?
Yeah.
Credit card? Or,
Exactly.
yeah.
I like to always say, like, I say, great. How would you like to pay? PayPal or credit card? What works better for you?
Mm. Okay, great. So how would you like to pay? Credit card or PayPal?
I can do PayPal.
Okay, lovely. I'm gonna send you over an invoice right now.
Okay.
Only $1,000.
Okay.
We can have you set up right now.
Perfect.
And I asked you like for your email or whatever. I'll have email.
Yeah, exactly. And then I send it and stay with me on the call, right? And sometimes people be like, okay, great. Can I pay it later?
Nah.
Right. So you have to be like, actually, why don't we do it together to make sure this goes through, and we can lock in your spot,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Also, you mentioned about a gift. I like that. That was it. Just sound good. Like a gift. That song.
Yeah, I said something like, yeah, and you know what? Right after, yeah, it's called like risk aversion, right? You want to also like make him feel good in that moment of fear, right? Because it's fearful to pay. People like, here's my credit card, right? So you want to make it easier for them, just being like, great. So yeah, why don't we process your payment right now, and then right after, I'm gonna send you a cool bonus to get you started right away.
Mm. Yeah. When you
Actually,
told me that, I was like,
yeah, Cheyenne did that with you.
oh, she did.
Yeah, you can
Oh
go
yeah,
back to the conversation. She
yeah.
sent you a cool
I
bonus.
remember. Yeah, she did.
That's
Yeah,
it, right?
it worked. It worked well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go, brothers. Boom, done.
Wow. And okay, now very close, proof, down. Just kept the goal.
Yeah,
Just kept this. Oh, also, the gift. What is an example of a gift? Would you say?
it could be anything. It could be just like a little training that you give them. It could be a guide, maybe a PDF, maybe that you put together with some more information, like telling them about like some strategy. It could be, you know, maybe a software that you hook them up with, or like just anything that adds value to them, right? It could be a numerous of things, like uh you know templates for ads that work really well for their business, or whatever.
Because thinking for the restaurant owner, I'm studying. I'm studying what kind of gift.
Yeah,
Uh,
just anything that's going to help them with their marketing, essentially, right? Like anything that's maybe part of the program or whatever, you can just give them a little, like send them a little something, just so that they feel good about it. And you can also tell them like, great, like, you'll send them an email with more details and schedule the kickoff call where we're going to talk about the expectations and the roles and all of that stuff, right?
oh wow.
Yeah. After I pay, actually, you can probably schedule the call right there. Be like, great, let's schedule our first kickoff call, right now,
Yeah,
right? So
definitely.
that way they feel like it's not like a pay and buy, and then it's like they're sitting, and then there's buyer's remorse. No, just okay, great. Let's schedule the call. I'll send you a cool gift, a cool little bonus or something, and then it just makes them feel good. Right?
Because the kickoff meeting basically where
That's
we
it.
go to plan 90-day plan with us, but that's okay. Now makes sense.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, see,
Yeah, man. So yeah, and obviously, like I added a lot of the objections here that you can go through.
right.
All right, just some of them there. There's some more in the sheet. But yeah, that's basically it, man. Like that's the system, right? That gets people, 2 to 25K clients every single month. You got clarity on day one, all
Yeah.
your message on day two, and obviously your messenger and your on the call today, and that's the system.
See how it makes sense. It makes total sense.
Boom. So how do you
Yeah,
feel,
bro.
brother?
Confident, ready to go. Cause
Ready to rock?
yeah, cause I needed something. It's like a map, basically.
A map, yeah, a roadmap, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I did all kinds of things. I just imagine our first call was on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Was it Saturday or Sunday? I was just like I actually wrote down a list of like salons and all sort of niches in the area to call, and it's like, I don't want to call them.
Yeah. What do I
I
say?
didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go basically. So I was like, okay, let me focus on this one thing,
Yes.
honing on this one niche.
Yeah.
I
Focus
have
on
it.
one thing.
Yeah, I have some results in niche already.
Yeah.
Let me go into this. So that's honestly why. Just
Yeah.
I paid. Well, I do have a credit card. I use my father-in-law's credit card because
Right.
he gave me it basically because
Yeah.
he doesn't use it.
Right.
So it basically I use it all the time. He
Yeah.
doesn't know how to use it. I should say he
Yeah.
doesn't know how to use it. It's me. So I was like, bro, let me do this thing. Yes, I have nothing to lose to be honest.
Oh, it's good, man. Yeah. So did you find it valuable? Tell me. I love to I guess get a
Feedback.
yeah, get a little feedback, a little testimonial just at the end, just so I can, keep serving more people and keep doing this.
Okay, let me go there, across there. Just
Yeah.
hold on. Yeah. You want to record it or how do you
Yeah.
want it?
Yeah. So I'm recording it now so we can actually what I can do is I can stop recording and I can